up and running. Should be good. I think we're live there as well. Hold up, squad. All right. It looks to be the case. Let me just put the chat. 1 second, guys. Let me update the chat. I want to play some games tonight. Custom docs. Bada bang, bada boom. Apply. Perfect. All right, that should be good. Welcome, welcome. Always a fun time. John, good to see you, man. Hey, yo. All right, let me share this with the crew really quick, and then we're going to get off to the races. Equip, good to see you. Mateo, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, we're going to have some good games tonight. We're not going to get our asses absolutely eviscerated. We've had some tough couple streams, like as far as kind of people trying to snipe our games and different things, and that's not fun. But we try our best. We try our best. Hello, what is good? Good to see you. We got some new faces in here. The Angry Blobfish. That's a great name. Do you think Colonists should add a custom map creator? Probably not. I think it's a great thing for very passionate enthusiasts such as ourselves, but realistically, the vast majority of people that use our platform or will ever use our platform will probably never need a custom map creator. Rat Zaps, we got a first-time chatter. Good evening, Mr. Danny Drew in chat. Well, welcome. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Jim Broski 69. Very specific number, Jim. What's that about? What's that about, sir? Nick, good to see you, man. So, if this is, I'm just curious for anyone's first time here. Obviously, Mr. Rat Zaps, that's his first time. So glad to have you here. I'm new too, Feng Young. Well, appreciate it, man. It's always cool, man. I've been doing this now. Well, I've actually been streaming longer than doing content. So I've been streaming probably like closer to 4-ish years. And there's a lot of, probably for the first year, I maybe had like 2 to 5 people on a stream. So yeah, not really a way to build a community, but YouTube's great. But yeah, it's always interesting. Every time I go live, there's always new people, which keeps it fun and exciting for me. Me as well. Awesome. Well, glad to have you here. So yeah, for those who are new, the way this works is we are going to let the people come in, let the people gather, and then we're going to play a couple games. Now, truth be told, I mentioned this a couple minutes ago, but we've been dealing with some fun rep streamy stuff, which is never fun, but I think we'll kind of vibe tonight. We'll have fun with it. I've been putting together a little bit of a presentation. I'll probably at some point, I've been super busy during the days, but I'd like to try to record it for the channel, kind of discussing like what happened in 2025 and then setting some goals for 2026, because there's a lot of things I want to do differently. There's a lot of different content that I want to explore. And obviously you guys have probably seen some of that with like the #1 video and then the World Finals video. There's just, I think, a huge opportunity for us to really grow the channel. So that's where my head is at. Mean to catch one live for a while, but our time zones don't sync. It's 6 a.m. for me. Wow. 6 a.m. Are you in India, maybe? That's like 11 hours. Ranked is on tilt today. Everyone is mad. Oh, that's great. That's that excites me so much. Anus Soda. One of the best names on Twitch, for sure. Yep, India. Okay. Good call. Charles, good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Hey, Drew, do you think the Catan scene will ever get big enough where it could be your full-time job? Sure. Why not? It already treats me quite well, and I do invest a lot of mind share and time into doing this, but I would not say like I'm doing this full time by any means. I mean, I kind of feel my output would be 3 to 4x if I really was like going all in today. I really think the channel could look differently, and maybe there's a consideration there, but also I enjoy the balance that I have. We'll see. Never say never. some Wednesday watching gaming tonight. That's it, man. What time is it in your country? So I'm on the East Coast of the United States, not to dox me too much, but most people know I am from Florida, so that's okay. But yeah, it's about 7:30 my time, which is not too bad. Not too bad. I tried not to make it too late. Not too early, though. Let's see here. It is nearing midday on Thursday for me. It's always amazing to me. I mean, there's some staples that always come on from Europe. You know, if I'm streaming at like 7 or 8 o'clock my time, and I'm just like, okay, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm sure Booperinos will show up. But there are some Europeans and people in Asia that are just like ready for a stream at any moment, which was great. You know, it's super cool. You had like 20K only a month ago or so. Catan is a growing game. Your channel will eventually explode. Patch is good to see. That's the idea, man. It's 9:30 Argentina. Awesome. It's 1:30. That's, you know, it's a beautiful thing. We got people from all around the world here. Germany, 1:30. Crazy Europeans. Yeah, pretty much. Is there a reason you play Colonists instead of Catan Universe? Well, it's just where the game's at. I mean, that's where people are playing. You know, I think Catan Universe is a fine platform. It looks good. But when you're talking about where the competitive scene is at and a platform that's completely optimized for competitive play, it's really night and day. And, you know, I wish they did a better job with Catan Universe, but they missed that ship. I think the community has lost the trust in that platform. And honestly, I think even Catan has, because if you look at it, they've put their main platform on BGA now. Like, they don't really even support Catan Universe anymore. So it's kind of messy. It's kind of messy. King, thank you so much for the subscription. Really appreciate that, man. Hey. So for some of you, maybe if you haven't been on a stream in a minute, I'm in a new place now. And not only do we have cats, but we have dogs here now. So that's part of the fun. So if you hear some rumblings, then it's cats and dogs. Don't worry. What kind of dog do you have? So there's 2 dogs. There's a Brittany Spaniel named Hallie. So if you've seen Hallie Mobali, then you know where that's from. And then we also have a Dachshund, aka Wiener Dog, which they're all good. He's stealing the Bark Bark Wolf brand. Nah. Jack can have that. He can enjoy that, and that's cool. Do you think you are an equally skilled player over the board and online? Is one harder than the other? I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I've been #1 online. I've been a national champion over the board. I would say so, but everyone has their opinions, right? I don't know if I could give you more than a national championship and a rank #1 online as far as what Catan has to offer right now. So I do. That being said, I do enjoy playing over the board more. I just feel like it's a more engaging experience for me, especially considering I've played thousands and thousands of games online. But you know, at the end of the day, Catan's still Catan. I still enjoy it, which is amazing, right? Because I've played so many games that it still has an allure and excitement to me. So I hope that is translated as I play and as I create content for you guys. I'm too good to play against my family, but not good enough to play online. Where is a good medium? Turtle Boy, I mean, if you've graduated past, if you're just stomping your family, then you really got to just invest online. You know, like, you're in a good spot. I think you're obviously motivated enough to beat regulars, aka friends and family. But use the channel, use all these other creators, the lessons. You can level up a lot faster than somebody that's just grinding aimlessly on the leaderboard. So, or according to Samuel, just get a new family. There you go. That's that's also an option too. How about winning the Worlds? You know, that would have been a dream. I had a shot in April. I got to the playoffs, which was awesome. But we'll see. We'll see. I definitely think at some point I will be back to the World Championship. Hopefully the next one, there's an opportunity. So most of you guys don't know this. Maybe some of you do. because I won the USA Championship, I get to participate in 2 tournaments. I played at Worlds in April, and then there is a America's tournament happening this year. So actually, in less than 2 months, I will be in Brazil. I think it's called Iguazu Falls, and I will be playing against the North and South American champions of the last 2 years. So, doggo's going crazy. So, if I win that tournament, I get to go back to Worlds. So the door is not closed for me to go back to Worlds in 2027, which seems so far away, which is crazy. Do you know any strategies or tricks to use while playing over the board? I'll give you one. I'll give you one trick real quick. So one thing you'll notice is a lot of people. Allie, get out of the way, girl. A lot of people will not reshuffle their hand, right? So this is something when you rob somebody on Colonist, it just randomly happens. Good to see you, Wise. I see you, buddy. But a lot of times when you're playing over the board, people won't shuffle their hand. So if you see somebody puts the wheat on the second spot from the right, and then they show you their hand, then you know exactly where that card is. So that's actually a lot more common than you think. So it's a good tip, obviously, to keep an eye out for people that play that way and like how they manage their hand. But also it's a tip for you to shuffle your hand every time you're going to get robbed or however you want to do it. Because a really good player is looking for those kind of things. Or like if you put a card upside down, there's an orientation to the back of the card, which I could show you. But if you look at the back of a Catan card, it has it's not symmetrical. So if someone puts their card upside down, you know that's their card. You can tell, hey, that's the wheat or whatever they put in their hand. There's a lot of like cool little tricks like that, which are really fun. By the way, guys, good luck in that tournament. Thank you so much, Mateo. Really appreciate that. Table talk is the best strategy. It's a tool. It's a strategy. I think what's important is you do what's congruent to you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of a chatty person. I like being social, and that kind of just plays into my personality. So it's not like if I'm communicating with the table, it's not like I have to go too far from my own personality, right? Versus if someone's trying to like force the table talk and force all these manipulative tactics, then it comes off manipulative as an example. So yeah, you've got to find what works for you. There's tons of players that don't table talk or don't talk almost at all, and they crush. They do great, which is really cool to see too. That's you got to kind of find your style. Have you ever non-binded or been non-binded in a high stakes situation? I don't know what you were like. High stakes. I guess so. I've played a lot of like competitive tournament games and semifinals and finals. I've been to USA Nationals a few times. Sure. I think actually the scene should non-bind more, just because it feels like the extortion meta has just gone a little bit too far, in my opinion. So, yeah. I saw you commented on the new card game on the gram. We'll see, man. We'll see. I would love Catan to actually reach out to me, and I mean they absolutely know who I am more than others, but yeah, I'd be more than happy to help promote some of their products and feature them, probably in a way that they can't, to be honest with you. Do you ever plan to do C and K content? Probably not, man. Probably not. Maybe we might do like a stream or some games, but it's not what I do. Yeah, we're going to start a game here in a second. One second. Well, you guys are asking all these questions. Plus, I like to give everyone a chance to come in. Is there usually a lot of table talk? Generally, yeah. Worlds is a little bit of a different tournament because you have a lot of different, like the Europeans, I think, is a lot less about table talk and, special deal making. It's a lot more like you pick the best setup that you can and you hope the dice work in your favor. Versus like the North American way it's very proactive, right? Everyone's trying to twist the situation in their favor, which was very interesting to see at Worlds. And I've known that for a while online, but it's a different experience when you're playing with the board. I like CNK too. Love you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Do you ever plan? I'm going to answer a couple questions and then we're going to get going. Okay, guys? Because there's a lot going on tonight. Do you ever plan on teaching a course ever again? Yes, there will be another TSI. If you have interest, reach out to me via Discord. It's funny, I actually had like half a dozen people over the last week ask about that. So you are part of that. Yes, we'll do another TSI. Probably bigger and better than it's ever done too. What's your expectations? Have you ever been to Brazil? I have not been to Brazil. I'm excited. I'm going to be traveling with my lady friend, my girlfriend, which will be fun. And no expectations. I think I just take it one game at a time. Of course, I want to win it. I will never go to a tournament, guys, and not try to win it. But yeah, I think I need to get there first. But as far as I can tell, all the legalese and everything is being sorted, and the visa is in the works. So we should be good there. Salute from Chile. Thank you so much. I do wish for more voice chat games. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, the demand for voice chat games, it's hit or miss sometimes, I feel like. Some people really love it. Some people really don't. I can only do so much, homies. I can only do so much. Let me check one thing real quick. How do you adjust your style with more table talking North Americans versus... Oh, man, you guys are getting to the weeds about very specific things. You know, I might make a little video about that, or maybe do like a Q&A video. Like, that's a really good question, honestly. I don't change it too much. And honestly, it's like most of the people that I play with, like if I'm at Worlds, everyone knows who I am, right? So it's more important that I stay congruent to me and just have a good time instead of trying to force it. But I do think like being able to read the room, and you find if, let's say, somebody at the table is clearly not antisocial, but they prefer to kind of be on their lonesome, you should respect that. All right, guys. I don't know about you, but I think it's time we play some games. Is that cool? Can we do some gameage? Do you think top players have some secret strategies which they don't share? Probably not. No, I think a big part of this game is just like good fundamentals. And that's honestly, that's the thing that a lot of like motivated players understand. It's not like good players are doing crazy, insane strategies all the time. It's just their fundamentals are so good, and they're just making consistently good decisions that, you know, that's where the payoff is. All right, guys, welcome. We are live on Twitch and YouTube playing some ranked Catan. First of all, I want to say thank you if you are here. We do everything Catan gameplay, strategy, lessons, breakdown, analysis, you name it. So if you want to get better at this game, you are in the right place. Now, we are playing our main account, noted by here the Dandy Drew. 4th position, that is, as everybody knows, our favorite position. And I think we've got an interesting board here. For sure. Obviously, the 9 is the only good ore. So if you're on the 9, you're going to be partying with that roll. So maybe there's a way that we can play like an Orwe Sheep style game where we can kind of find some way to get an advantage. Like, this is the best wheat, but I do feel this will be gone. It feels like it'll be gone, right? Be gone. Let me just adjust the camera ever so slightly. Maybe just a little bit more. All right, that's fine. You guys know what I look like. Which position is best? Man, you guys are coming up with the questions. There's no... You know what? I don't think there's really a best position. In the long run, I think everything is about the same. But some players are more comfortable in other positions, right? I know I really don't have a preference in that sense, like whatever, right? Like you win some, you lose some, you get good force, sometimes you get bad force, bad first, good. It's all a wash, guys. Yeah, those aren't the important questions, I'll tell you that. I do like this one. As I was going to say, I do like the 6-5-11, but this is interesting. I think the sheep port's really good here. So that's kind of surprising to me. I wonder thy blunder. Do we ever get 9-5-10? Like, they could make the case that... No. Okay, we don't. Man... What if we just take all the brick? We do like 6. All right, so I'm looking at a few options here. One thing I'm concerned about, if I go something like 6-8-4-3 or 8-3-10, like I feel like one of these spots are getting taken, right? So I am kind of looking at trying to make some moves. Like leaving 8-4, that goes. I feel 8-10 might go, but I'm not sure. 6-2 wood sheep. 6-2 wood sheep. Nah, bruh. Do we ever go 9-3-11, 8-4-10? This is kind of interesting. But then we leave so much of the freaking board, man. Can you break down economics? High level math, bro. I'm not that smart. I can't math this out. I feel like we got to take the best wheat, but I'm just trying to figure out like what's our game plan from there. Maybe we just play a side by side, right? Like 6-4-11, 8-4-3. But I wonder, does 8-10 go? Like boom, boom. He takes this. He might take this, and then does 8-10 go? But if I leave 8-4, he takes 8-4, almost certainly. This is tough. I feel like having the best brick here could be advantageous. My question is, does he take 8-10, 8-4 if we leave it? I think I'm going to take a big gamble here. I think I leave 8. 6-4-11. 8-4 could go to a lot of players here, but I think he goes 6-8-4-10. 8-4 might go, man. Yeah, but I kind of feel like if they're going to be fighting on the 9, I need to control the wooden brick here. It's risky. One thing I'm also looking at too. Wow, yeah, that was instant. I can maybe plow to the sheep port. Now it's an interesting case here. I don't know. Like, the thing is, my hope is he takes something up here. And then he gets the 9-3-11, and then we can build at the bottom right. That's my hope. I think this is our best shot. Double wood, double break, everything but the ore. Best wheat. And there is the possibility of going like the 3-1s. Starting road. It's not great. But I feel like if we go 8-4-3 to 8-10, 8-10 goes, right? So I'm hoping to disincentivize him from going 8-4. But the brick port's not bad either. We'll see. I mean, maybe I should have looked at black situation. It's kind of tough to say. 1,700 out of 26%. Like, he might favor just having the resources. I could also see 8-3 to 6-3 actually not being bad for him, where he picks up the wood. So I think this is tricky. I think this is super tricky. Blue could also take this as well, but I think you're supposed to go like, I don't know. Sorry, no, blue's already taken 8-4-10. Definitely play a sheep port. It'll make him mad. I know it'll make him mad. We'll see. We've got a tough game here. My hope is that, like, just thinking about the robber logic here, it's going to live on the 9. It's going to live on the 5. It's going to live on the 10. Ideally, with us being side by side at the bottom, we should have like the space to work. Right? Like, I don't think we're going to get blocked too much here. Like, the 6 could be a block. The problem is, though, if they go 8-4, then the 8 becomes a big block. So I'm really hoping. Okay. I don't know if I like that as much for red. The best strat is tilting everyone, then make a mistake, or they'll tell you. 6-4-3 is interesting. Maybe like 6-4-3 left could have worked as well, assuming we get the 6-11-12. What I don't like about this, though, is I feel like, he's playing what? 3 resources. He's looking to go to 9-12. I guess he could. We'll see. I'm not as concerned about the brick port necessarily. I just think now our 8 becomes a bigger problem. I will say one thing, though. If he doesn't take the 9-3-11, we build up to 9-3-11 for sure. Like, I think 8-3 to 6-3 is not crazy to me. Because if he goes 9-3-11, then he's playing without the sheep. But 8-3 to 6-3 is a reasonable play. Like, it's good ratios. He picks up a huge 7-point spot and a port. But I feel like 9-3-11 is... It's probably the better play. What do we got to do here to be successful? I think we got to go to the 3-1. Okay. My concern here... We'll see. I can always do this on my turn. I'm not that concerned. Do we plow if we get a brick here, guys? I think we'll hit from black here, honestly. Black has wheat, ore, and brick. We also limit the brick port. We limit, like, we put more value on our brick. I'll go to the 3-1. I'm not concerned about getting plowed. The 9s are definitely an idea here, but I kind of like having ore on the board, especially with having this wheat. What's black's game plan? Buy cities, man. I should have extorted there. That was a mistake. I should have extorted. I think I'm going to plow. I know it looks bad, but I just feel like we get a lot more ability in our game. Assuming we get a 4 or 3. And we can sell this wood, I think. Like maybe wood for ore with black is a real thing. Interesting. Yeah, he's kind of incentivized to hit me on the 6 here. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this, though. We've already got 3 wood in our hand, and he's... Yeah, there wasn't a lot of good steals. I actually think better for him was maybe to try to get an ore. Interesting. I think black would have done better to take 8-3. Probably. You're probably right there, honestly. So let's see if we can shift this wood. I'm really looking at black here. I feel like he's got that brick in hand. So one thing I'm thinking about is potentially like wood for ore here could be an idea. So something like this to black, but he's going to ask for 2 cards. Nope. Okay. This is fine. Okay, so there's a lot of sheep there. He needs the wood now. So he's going to do wood. Oh, let's do that. I actually think it's better to give to me here. Yeah, because now what I can do is I can take that brick and give it to blue for something. Probably sheep. Okay, so I can do brick for 2 sheep maybe and try to make a deal to where I don't plow him. That's my idea here. Though if he gets 2 brick, he can plow me, so I got to be careful. Maybe I do it on my turn. What's an embargo on colonists? So an embargo is when you refuse trading with people. Uh-oh. Okay. I was willing to do 1 for 1. Yeah, let's do that. What I like about this is I'm going to give him the sheep port, so he becomes the target. Does that make sense, guys? Versus, like, now it feels more threatening that blue has the sheep port versus me just being the only person here. So I actually kind of like how that plays for me. Now, I do think he's in a great position, though. There's no doubt about it. But hopefully, if we see a 7 roll, we see blue take some heat. Blue's definitely in a strong spot. Also, probably one of the reasons why... Oh, this is not good. Probably one of the reasons why we should have seen 8-3 to 6-3 from black. Because the way I look at it, black... Like, right now, all the sheep is in blue's hand, right? So it's like... Blue has a guaranteed way to win this game by just buying development cards. And he can pretty much control how the board works. This is why I like getting the 10 here, because now it's like we have a little bit more independence. So we kind of really need to put some pressure on blue here, right? Like blue's about to buy a development card. I think he has it, right? He just ports it? No. Yeah, he just pops. That's not good for us, guys. It's not good at all. We need to see some sevens. Hey, that's great. That's great. Maybe we can make a deal here, right? Sheep for ore is an idea. Blue has built half the board on. Blue's in a great position. There's no doubt about it. Kind of funny, too. I really just need to get ore here. Ore is the only resource that makes sense for me. What's kind of nice, though, is I can definitely, like, let's say black settles here. I can definitely shift some of this sheep for a good premium. We needed that. We needed that. We're also low on settles, so I think I'm going to go for this 8 next, right? Because, yeah, look at this, man. Red is just so dead in his tracks. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Okay, we do have a development card, which is quite nice. No, we can't do this. Unfortunately, I think he's going to get the deal, but I have a ton of brick. So none of these players should be shifting their brick. I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy dev with the brick, especially with our wood being blocked. So we'll 3-4 on the brick. He's going to probably pop again. Yeah, this is problematic for sure. Pretty tough there, honestly. So we get a sheep here. We get a wood. Okay. So let's see if we can get some wood for ore. We really need the board to work with us here. That sucks. Okay, so unfortunate timing. Big block, though. Right now, the 5 is my biggest concern. Unfortunately, I think we're going to get hit on the 6. I'll take this trade. I mean, he should have nothing to fear, right? I just 7'd out. We're going to get robbed. I mean, blue is clearly the main threat here as far as their development card advantage. Yeah. I really just want to get cards out of my hand, and I think he's going to 9-12 anyway. So what we'll do is we'll build on the 8. I feel like we really need to get as many settle spots as possible. So road settle. That puts us on 5. It's actually kind of tough, right? Because we don't have a lot of settles at our disposal. Like maybe we can build out to 11-12, maybe. But he should go to 9-12. Also, if he cities, that's pretty good for us too. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this on the standpoint that now I think the 5 might get a little bit more heat. Especially with black having the 2 ore in his hand. I feel like the 5 is a good block. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. Sure, you can take the brick. That sucks. Also sucks. I think I can do sheep for ore here. So I'm looking specifically at black. He needs sheep. He's got ore. It's a good trade. Nope. Okay, so that really sucked. I don't mind doing this on his turn as well. Okay, so he has a dev. Okay, so we get our brick back. I'm kind of surprised I got hit there, honestly. All right, we need to avoid a 7 again. They got to stop feeding him more devs. Especially from black's perspective, I think his best game here is to go for devs himself. Bro, that's so painful. So painful. Okay. Bro. That's so brutal. So brutal. I think we have to lock this spot down. I know, man. I know it's been painful. It's certainly painful. I'm trying to give you guys a good run. Yeah, I'm getting 7'd out pretty hard, though. I actually think from that perspective, I don't think I'm the hit anymore. Like, I've already lost on 2 hands, which really sucks. I think you just drop a road. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. That's good. Maybe I can shift. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm going to try to do... Yeah, he's still popping. Bro, so many sevens. Does black have an ore? Okay. We need a victory point or something. That's great. Yeah, it's the 5's obviously the best hit there for sure. Now I get hit on the 10. Bro, it's so painful. So painful. Third 7 in a row. Let's go. Yeah, and we lose a sheep. Not bad. Not bad. I don't mind sheep going into his hand, but yeah, that's... I think it's the 9 here. I think the 9's a fair block. It's the block that makes the most sense. I mean, what, you put on the 3? It makes no sense. Like, you got to test blue here. Okay, 10's fine as well. Okay, good. So, I'm going to see... Okay, so no knight. I'm going to get robbed by black. Damn. If he flips a knight, hits me. Nothing I can do. Oh, brother. Brutal. Hey, that's good. Red's doing a lot better now for sure. I don't know if blue moves it here. So I'm going to see maybe blue might want this if they have a Yop or they have a road builder. I can also do something like this here. I actually think it's not a bad trade for me. I'm just concerned red gets a good series of rolls. Oh, you took too long, brother. Took too long. All right, now I think red's going to get a lot more heat, especially with this 9-12. It feels like it's a pretty good target, specifically for blue. So we'll see. I mean, this 8's obviously treating us very well, but we need to get down to this 11. We don't have a lot of settle spots, guys. That's one thing I'm worried about. But I can see us getting to 6. I mean, we kind of stall after the next settle is the problem. Red the underdog. He's doing very well. The problem is, too, if red goes for the connect, but he's also hurting on settle spots, too. Like, he's only on 4. Like, I guess he could build out to 11, 12, 11, but I think he's going to go 4, 11. I can see him dropping the road exactly, which is good for us, right? Really good for us. It's a shame, man. We've been hit so much and summoned out so much. 3 down devs is insane here. Okay. Oh, brother. 7 would be nice here. We need a 7. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, that gives us the ability to go to the 11 and 11, 12. And then at that point, the VP is great, right? So let's think about this. We road settle for 6. We drop a city, that's 7. We go to the 11. So we have everything we need, technically, right? Because we got the settle spots on the 11, 12, and the 11. I don't think we get hit here. I don't think so. I think it's either the 9 or the 10, truthfully. Unless he's... That's such a bad block. Bro. You see what I deal with, guys? I'm on 4 or 5 points. That is brutal. I'm just gonna hit him. I don't even care, man. I mean that is some bullshittery. How come you're playing on the main? It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's just stay with it. I feel like red's gonna get a lot of heat. I don't know, guys. It might be because of my username. I don't know. I mean, I've been robbed, I think, what, 4 or 5 times and 7'd out twice. Red did it because your road comp. That's fine, yeah. But I think, like, realistically, if you just think about how this game's developing, there's not really that much comp. Like, he's going to be able to get the entire area of this board here. So I'm going to do the right thing now because it's the right thing. Even though I still think blue's in a good spot. Yeah, and see, what's funny is, like, because he's not hitting the 5 or the 9, like, blue's going to end up losing his ability to win this game, right? He's going to be begging for me to take road when it's like, man, it's hard for me to do that when you're robbing me constantly. Do you think red is the strongest or is it blue? I think it's red right now. I think red, with the port flexibility and having the ore in the 3-1 and the brick port, with the 4-11 incoming, it's kind of a big problem. And the thing is, black can fight devs, right? Like, we can give, to some extent, devs to black. So at least Army has a little bit of competition. But if I'm getting constantly robbed and I fall behind on production, it's really tough. It's really tough. But I've been in worse positions, guys, right? Like, the hardest part for us is going to be the city. So I think here what we'll end up doing... Wow, 3 nons is crazy. I think we'll end up porting for an ore here. I feel like anything else doesn't make sense, right? Like, we got to start trying to go for the city. Fuck, man. Oh, man, oh, man. It's so brutal. It's so brutal. Oh, I think red has an ore in his hand. I just got to go for it. Oh, man. If it wasn't the players taking him out, it's the game on top of it. At least you guys are seeing. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think from Black's perspective, he's just trying to get Army going, right? So I understand. But I feel like red is just in a slightly better position. First game troubles. Bro, this 6 is diabolical. Is there any sheep? I mean, it might be the possibility that... Okay. Also, it could be the case that we can do wheat for brick, specifically with black. Also, 9 hasn't really rolled. So I think here our best bet is the port for ore and pass. We're looking for anything but what we're dealing with. Okay, we do have another ore in our hand here, but this is also just an incredible hand here for red. So we're about to see him go to 7. We need a 7. Of course he doesn't 7. Of course he doesn't 7. What's up with that, man? Oh, man, oh, man. Well, the problem here, too, is, like, I'm concerned that blue has a monopoly. Blue's on 6. We don't know that. I think he's on like 2 VPs and a something. I don't think he's on 3 VPs. But yeah, I guess if he has a monopoly, he's on 6, right? But the worst case here is maybe a wheat mono. But you know, the plus side is if he does mono the wheat, then we at least get built-in insurance. We can't 7 out again. I mean, if you're red here, I feel like you just take the settle for 7. Well, I think the problem for black is he took a bad setup, right? Like, he doesn't have the ability. Yeah, this should just be a settle for him. The 9's not rolling, which is one of his, honestly, if the 9 doesn't roll, he's dead. He's dead. The 9s and 10s are not rolling, so that's why he's on 3 points. But at least with 8-3, he's a little bit more diversified. And obviously the 7s murked us. I mean, if it rolls again, it's almost more of a joke. Like, I don't even feel bad. Hey, can you tell me where to play the game? Yes, so we are playing on colonist.io. All right, we have a city. Dear God, if you mono me, brother, Wow, red is just cooking so hard. The question too is, where do we drop the city? I think it's 8-10-3. It feels like our best shot there. Bro, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, bro. I don't even want to play. Hey, that's good. I think I have the port here. I feel like if I don't, I'm going to roll like a 10 and go over. I'm just going to port. I don't even care, man. Roll me an 8. This is crazy. And the problem is, like, let's say if red rolls a 7 here, he's taking my ore. Okay. No, he's going to mono ore now. No. Well, he doesn't have an ore port. So taking the ore is not that great. Bro. I mean, if he wants to do it for the memes, he should just take the ore. This is not fun. There's no trading with red. This feels like he's trying to gather wheat for an ore mono. Okay, no. Okay, we can do this. We need to do this. He's got a ton of wheat. Come on, man. Black. Bro, I'm not even going to jinx it anymore. I have to get the city down. Unbelievable that black won't make that trade. That is a winning trade for him. He's got no sheep. He doesn't make the trade. Unbelievable. All right. Wait, guys. It's not the end of the world. We do have the 8-10-3 down now. We can settle for 7. We can take road. That's 9. And honestly, our connect's pretty decent here, right? What's our connect? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So we got to pray. Like, let's say he builds out. We need him to build out this way. That way he leaves the 11-12 for us. Because otherwise we need to drop a second city. Or pull another VP. Why not city 6-4-11? The reason I don't want a city 6-4-11 is I feel like I get a little bit more utility of the 8-3-10. Right? Like I feel like a couple 8s, we can potentially drop another city faster. And I've already got a ton of wood in our hand, right? Like, what's more wood going to do? Yes, we do get the 4. But I feel like this just gives us a little bit more balanced play. Maybe secure the 6-11 first. It depends what he does here. He should go road this way. He should build this way. That would make the most sense. Or he cuts to the 9-2. But I feel like if he can go to 8-3, that's also pretty good too. Yep. This is tricky. We need to block the 5 so I can try to like drop roads as fast as I can. Black setup is garbage. You need to port wheat last turn. Well, look, we've been robbed 5 times. We've 7'd out 3 times. And we're still sitting at 6, potentially 7 points. We like this 3. I actually think if you're blue here, you need a pace. This is actually not a bad deal. Feels like he's got a road builder yop or something. Bro, what are these? What? Okay, so let's see. We can also do something like this. This actually might be a trade specifically with black, right? Because he's got a lot of wheat. He's got no wood production. I'm thinking about dropping 2 roads. Bro, I think I dropped 2 roads to the 11-12. Feels like our play. We just try to set up the double settle here. Okay, that's good. We got to pray he can't plow somehow. Bro. I know this looks kind of weird, but it's just the play we have to make. And I think he's going to drop 2 roads this way, or he starts popping or something. 0 trades. Zero trades for you. No connect. I'm going to play risky. Right? I need 2 roads. I feel like getting this spot, like I feel like if I don't go there, he drops 2 roads and he takes that away. But I like having him stay the threat here. Like, I don't mind if he drops 2 roads. I just think he's got to go up here. Like, we don't have him popping. Popping's kind of bad. Because we haven't seen him Monopoly. Okay. Yeah, I think he drops a road this way. I don't think he goes for my spot. Ooh. Okay. Oh, no. It's got to be ore mono. Take the ore. Just take it, brother. You have to take it. You have to take it. I'll give you wheat. Just take the ore. What are you doing? There you go. Oh, but I'll trade. I'll trade. Bro. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do it. Maybe we can pull another VP for 7. Why not? I'm okay with this because I think black's I'm okay with this as well. I think black is getting yeah. I'm taking a risk here, but I feel like ore is just so good. Oh. Do we pop here, guys? It's like what? He's got like 2 VPs. He's got 1. Mono would be good. Road Builder's pretty good. It feels like not a bad play. And he's going to flip a knight. I'm at 5 cards. A lot of rolls plus over. Knight's fine. I mean, he's definitely flipping here, right? I think he puts it on the 6. The 10's also an idea, but he's definitely taking from red. Okay, 8 is a pretty good block here. I think I was looking for utility there. I feel like a road builder would be fantastic for us. Yep. Okay. Okay, so he's got 2 brick in his hand. We need to take that brick. Okay, sheep is great. Wheat MB. Oh, wait. Also very interesting. Blue might be in a winning position here. There's 2 brick in red's hand. I don't think he's that close, and I think a lot of the VPs are gone. I get a brick here. This would... Is it blue? It might be blue. For instance, if he settles... I just have to take it. Okay. I think I just have to risk it here. This is a good trade for black. I don't understand why he's not taking the trade. Okay. I'll put you over so you 7 out, my friend. Interesting. Okay. It's just a good trade. You don't produce sheep. That's weird. Okay. Do we pop a dev here? And pray we get some utility? I feel that's what we need to do. I don't know why black's not trading. He's being incredibly stingy. I feel like if we settle, we just empty our hand and we need to build back up. If we pull a road builder or monopoly, I think we just have a better shot. If we pull a VP, we're even close. I just feel like going to 7 here is not the way. Okay. Also, not great. All right. I'm just looking for utility. This is risky. It's risky, but I feel like if blue's on 8, or he has another monopoly, like he can easily get to 9 or 10 points. And now he's going to ask for sheep. You watch. He's going to either 3 for 1 or he's going to be asking for sheep. Interesting. Okay. That might be a yop. I want to block. I mean, I really want to be blocking red, but it's just putting me in a bad position here. I don't know if the settle's better. I feel like I need to grab some kind of utility. Like I'm in such a tough position here that that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at. I think here, oh my God, another monopoly is insane. bro. Oh, man. Oh, man. Three VPs. Dev is better. That's what I'm saying. It's like, do I go for an 11, 12, a 3-point, or do I try to pull another Monopoly? Like, a Monopoly is game-changing, right? Nah, I mean, this is just for the win. Oh, brutal, man. I feel like, well, obviously the 7 hurt a lot. Like, I'm not bummed about this game. we got a tough deal here. Dev card is 100% the play. I agree. Imagine he pulls 4 VPs. I don't think we move it. Bro. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? There's nothing we can do. He's got what? He's got 3 wheat and like a wood. So if he hits perfect rolls, like 5-5 or something, but I just have to pray he doesn't. Blue got the nuts, man. Blue got the nuts. Why are you moving it? What are you doing? That's crazy. It's crazy. Nah, I don't think. I think you hit blue there. The VPs are likely gone. I mean, I don't think he has a perfect road settle. He definitely doesn't. And I think blue just wins 10 different ways, right? He can settle potential with the road builder. He's got the yacht for the city. That's a bad move. I mean, I know red's doing well, but nothing we can do there. Yeah, I mean, the 8's a good block. I just feel like I'm damned either way. And I think blue wins here for sure. Like, you got to force blue to play something. I didn't like that play. Okay, well. Of course it's GG. Yeah, I told you. He just wins with a yacht. He's got 3 VPs and a yacht. Just a rough game. Can't wait to see how many resources you lost to 7. Probably more than I want. Definitely more than I would want to admit. I think here we got to go for the 8 block. Bro, we're not... I got to go for the sheep steal, I think. I mean, red's also just in a crushing spot here, but I feel like sheep steal gives me an opportunity, maybe. Ah, bro, I just got to pray. And of course I don't get it. And of course I don't get it. I mean, can I take road? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess I can take road, right? I guess I have to. And like, I mean, maybe I can try to muster this up. What the hell? All right, I just got to pray he doesn't get like a 5-6 combo here. Oh, of course he gets the 4 on his freaking turn. Of course he gets the 4. Yeah. But I feel like blue just wins 10 different ways here. We need to see like a 5 block. Okay. Guys, I don't think we don't have winning rolls, but it's hella close. Maybe I just got to keep dropping roads and pray. There we go. Nice, nice. Do I drop a road and just pray that I can muster this up? I think I have to. 6 might have been also... 6 is probably better, especially with this hand as much brick as it has. If I win this game, this will be the dumbest thing ever. You got to keep road for sure. Yeah, blue, no one's trading you, man. Oh... Unfortunately, I think I got to drop a road here, boys and girls. I'm not trading that. I think I just got to pray he 7s here. 7. Can you 7 him out one time, colonist? Just one time. Of course not. God damn. Guys, look who it is. It's our favorite baby boy. We need a 7 here so bad. But he must have 2 roads for the win. 3 roads. He needs 3 roads. 7. Oh, bro. Also, he could just drop cities. Look at this hand. 13 freaking cards. I don't think we have a winning sequence. Not with our rolls. Like, we can maybe get to 9, but nah, I mean, he's just 13 cards. He's got what? I mean, blue. I mean, he should have it, but he's got a ton of ore and wheat. So it's like he can either get to 9 for sure, or he's like 9 and change. Love the white on pause. It is what it is. Yeah, he's a cutie, man. Is this considered getting griefing red? No. I mean, we got to play for our game here. Look, if we end on 8, guys, this will be a win. I mean, we had everything against us in this game, like everything. Okay, that's, oh my God. Come on, man. All right, GG. Okay, well, that's definitely the sign of somebody, unless he doesn't have the VPs, but he must. That's just city. Yeah, GG. I think I got hit way too hard. I mean, 6 Robs in this position is disgustingly stupid. I don't know why Black never traded you. I don't know. I have zero clue. I think a lot of reasonable deals to Black, like sheep for wheat, especially in this position. See, this is why, like, a lot of players would. I hate the fact that this resets. A lot of players would. Like 9-3-11's not bad, but like if you're not getting sheep trades, it's kind of tough, right? Now, of course, okay, the ore was kind of crazy at the end, but still. I'm surprised we even got to 8, to be honest with you. Like, okay, so we lost not too bad on the blocked resources. We summoned out 16 cards. Like, just think for a second, guys. We have double settle for the win here with 6 cards in hand. We lost 16 cards to the 7. Hi from Germany. Welcome. Good to see you. Too much Dev Gamba. Well, not from us. I don't think we bought, what, 2 devs? But the one dev, when we were thinking about the settle, I think that's the right play. I think knowing that there was a monopoly still out there. What else is there? There's 2 road builders. Both of these would have been great to protect our longest. And still a VP. Like, on the basis that the other monopoly wasn't played and all that information's still there, I think it makes a lot of sense to pop. Like, we settle for 7, we empty our hand. We're going to get outrolled. You understand that? Like, he kills us on 6s. He beats us on 4s. So we need the utility to, like, catch up in this game. Hi from Seattle. Welcome. 7s were a menace. Yeah. It sucked. I had a game recently where I summoned out 27 cards. Didn't play 3 days after that one. It's tough, man. It's tough. What's Red's hand? Well, Red just has the win. Like, he doesn't even need road, but luckily we did take it. I wonder, he had settle. He has a dev here. I think you dev. I don't. It makes no sense to me here why he would not dev. It makes 0 sense. Also, doesn't he have the win? He has the win. He doesn't even see it. He has the ore port. Wow. Damn, he has the win, right? He just drops 3 roads on me. He doesn't even see it. Well, that's sad, right? Because he can 4 for 1, so he has 3 roads. There you go. This is what we're dealing with, guys. Homie's got the win in his hand, and he doesn't even go for it. Which kind of made sense. I was like, man, how many cards? Like, he's got, what, 12 cards in hand, and he can't figure out a win here? Damn. So this is, what's the lesson, Red? What's the lesson? I mean, if you're settling at a port, you got to know you have the port. There you go. He could have road settled. Could he? I don't think he has road settle city though. No, he just takes road. Road settle. Oh, yeah, I guess he could do that too. Does that count though? Because it breaks me to. I go to 10, but I don't think it takes his road length up here. I don't think he can road settle. That wouldn't work. He doesn't have the cards for it. All right, he missed it. Nice call there, Blanche. Super nice call. Tough game, man. Tough game. I hope you guys are seeing what I have to deal with. That being said, we do have an account. I am going to be playing my other main account. So let's go to. So we are second on the leaderboard. So we do have little fun fact: 2,000 elo, which is fun. That's cool. I am going to make a run on this account. I'm only 2 games away from number 1. So in my own time, not on stream, we'll definitely play and have fun with that. When you play with beginner levels, they keep feeding each other. How can I prevent that? Honestly, the biggest thing when you're playing against lower level opponents is just fundamental play, right? Like, don't try to think about manipulating your opponents so much as just making good plays, right? Like, a perfect example in that game, like, okay, we didn't win, but I think we can all agree my 8 points would be more impressive than. Like, my 8 points is more impressive than Red's 9 points, as an example. On top of him missing the win. I froze. Okay, hold on. I do see that I froze. Hold on, squad. Cam froze. All right. You'll see me in a second. Hold up, squad. No, it's me. It's not you. Classic. For some reason it's not coming up. Maybe I should have just restarted. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Technicals. That's weird. Okay, I have an idea. Maybe I'll just play without. That's weird. My camera's not. Kind of like the funny face. Nah, don't say that. No, you don't. It's weird. It's not coming up. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. I mean, look, if I can't get this to work, then I'm just going to run without a camera. Is that okay? I promise I'm not. I'm here. Yeah, for some reason my camera's not coming up. That's weird. Did Bricked Up get banned? No, Bricked Up is 4th. Check him out. All right. Am I back? I should be back. Some technical dandies. Some technical dandities. Saved. We're back. My bald head arrives again. Mallory, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate that. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Everyone check out Mallory Lynn. She's I thought she was a Risk player, but apparently she's been putting out Catan content. So that's awesome. Raid. Welcome. Hi, friend. Good to see you. Wait, what you promised did I hear? Bricked Up is less. So Bricked Up, actually a student of mine. He's quite young. He's just started university. I shouldn't tell you too much about him, but what's cool is he has been going on like the craziest essentially run. Like, he's got up, I'm pretty sure he broke the ELO record. He went to like 2050 something, maybe even 60. I don't know. Maybe those in the circle that know, maybe you can tell us. And then he kept playing. He literally got to the top, broke the record, and then ended up losing it, which I don't understand why you do that. Like, you have number 1, you have a position that's pretty much untouchable, and then you keep playing, and eventually you know the way it's going to work. You're going to lose, right? Like, you can't climb forever. And then he drops down. He was at like 1960. He played backup, and I think he's hit 2,000 now like 3 or 4 times. So he's just yo-yoing like crazy right now, which, you know, it is what it is. Are you a teacher by day? Not necessarily. I've taught a Catan course for a couple of years now, which we do like cohorts. And there will probably actually a new one happening quite soon. I've run, it's called the TSI, or the Settlers Intensive. I've run it 6 times. So it's about 100 people have gone through it, which is awesome. I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity, and also people that are interested in doing such a thing. Yeah, you can reach out to me. I'm not going to go over details. I've also posted a lot about TSI, and I mean, a lot of that stuff's pretty out there. So he hit 2071. Jesus. I feel that you hit 2071, you stand. You go play in a secondary account, like just leave the legendary run at the top. Guys, I got to go pee really quick. I have tea, and it is moving. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Talk strategies. I see the wiener dog. Hey guys, check it out. It's a wiener dog. So this is Dash Boy. So you've got Klaus, you got Hallie, you got Toyber, you got Dash. He's one of the homies. He's generally a good boy. Well, sometimes. But we like him. Take your wiener back. All right. Where were we? Besides getting our butts absolutely destroyed in that last game, which is painful enough. Yeah, for sure, play to the top, then account hop so you can stay on leaderboard. It makes sense. It makes sense. Finally, he's gone. Bruh. Does he play Catan too? Absolutely not. He does not. All right, we got another game here. Honestly, guys, 4th position again. I'm just getting annihilated. If we have a bad streak, I might have to change on the fly. All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Andy Drew, and we are playing live on YouTube and Twitch right now, and we're playing Ranked Catan. So this is on the global leaderboard, over 50,000 players, and my goal is to teach you how to play this game so that you can enjoy it more, beat your friends and family. Little ego boost. Why not? Why not? But okay, let's hone in. We had a wonderful game last game. It was great. 50,000. Yes, they have a lot of people that play these leaderboards, man. Disgusting first pick. It's it's a tough one for sure. But let's just hope. Weird, I'm loving the 4th. 4th is fine. 4th is fine. What do we go for here? I mean, feels like the 8 ore is going to go something like 8-10-4, but then maybe we go something like 8-4 with the 6-4-3. I would do that in a heartbeat. 8-4, 6-4-3, wheat port, sheep port. I kind of like it. And then we can start with the 2 wheat. I think that's my goal. One of the things is like, there is a decent amount of sheep. The ore is kind of rare. The wood's also garbage here. But I feel like 6-4-3 is actually not bad. Because one thing is like, if let's say we get a couple knights, we can stomp on this 5. We can do that. Porting ore isn't my favorite. I feel like I always need it. 9-10 with the 3-1. It's okay. You know the one thing that's nice? Well, not technically, not really. Like 9-10 to 6-12 is nice, right? If you can pick up that 6, but then you obviously give up the 3-1. But I feel like 9-10 alone, like 9-10 to 9-12 isn't that great. But 9-10 to 6-12 and the Woodport is kind of funky. I feel they should probably take 6-4-3. It feels like there's a lot going on, but you don't have to. Like, there's a lot of ways we can play this. One of the challenges here too is like let's say we get left the 8-4-3 or 8-3-10. Like, assuming 6-4-3 goes here in third. I don't know. Ooh, that's a horrible road. Margie. Bruh. Not bad. Wheatport. Mr. Coltis. Good to see you. By the way, this 9-4-2 to 6-2 is amazing. Like, that's really good, I think, for orange. Gives them the double wheat, double ore, and the best sheep. With good brick. Why is the road bad? I don't know, man. We just need to win a game and not feel like we're getting absolutely pummeled by either players or the dice. It's been tough. But what's funny is, like, when I play, like, my win rate on my other account where I'm number 2, like, once I hit like 1,800, my win rate has to be over 50-60%. Like, it's wild. I feel like we're probably going to see like an 8-4-3 angle, and the idea is, yeah. What do we do? Do we, guys, hear me out. There's also a world where we actually build to 8-3 with the wheat. The problem is, though, if we do like 5-4-3 down, I mean, 6-3 goes for sure. Uh, 6-4-3, 6-4-11 doesn't look good. Feel like I can't leave 6-4-3 though. Like, I have to play 6-4-3 here. 6-3 to 8-3 maybe. No, man. I think I don't mind doing 6-4-3 and run to the 8-3. That's not bad. We can kind of pace that a little bit. We got all the resources. Maybe even the wheat port could be a play there. We just invest into the 6s. There's also a case too, like 6-11-12 point right, and we build to here to here. Ooh, hold on. Can we cook? Can we try something, chat? Will you let me try something? 6-4-3, 6-11-12 point right. Build to 9-12. Go to 9-10. I don't think we lose this spot. Let's just do that. I don't care, man. I don't care. We're going to try something. It's low production, but I think it builds nicely. I think we can get here. And the thing is like, I like picking up the best wood. I'm just thinking about, like, how do we win this game? One of the issues here is that if we go into development cards, which most people will, then I think we get smoked. I think orange is going to smoke the board on development cards. So I'd rather them go all in against orange, and we find a way to build a road game here. Now, my concern is what is red going to do? Because red, I guess, could take 9-10, but man, it looks bad. I think here you're taking some kind of wheat situation, and I'm wondering, does this road is so bad. This road right here, I don't know what red is smoking. If red takes 9-10, then I don't know. I mean, I don't see how red wins with 9-10. Like, they could go 9-10 down and try to pick up 5-11. It's actually not crazy, but then it's just not a good setup, I don't think. I think they would actually be better off going 6-3-11, pointing right to 5-11, and then building to the 8-10 that way. But just like, imagine if they pointed, it makes no sense. Why didn't they point towards the brick port? It's, it was a bot. Oh, was it a bot? Are we being, oh, we're bad. Okay. All right. You have a little bit more grace, Red. A little bit more grace. Why? I don't understand. Why doesn't Colonist just program that shit to point towards the coast? It's so logical. Okay, it looks like almost a 6-2 to 5-2 angle. This is interesting. 6-3-11 for sure. I can't see anything else that makes sense. Like control the brick, go back to brick port, build a 5-11 even, like, and it's a big question of what does this guy do? It's just, I think it's 6-2 to 5-2. Red smoking the ganja. No. Well, red was a bot. I think this is a 6-3-11. Play road. Go to breakport. Well, I think you build a 5-11 first. And maybe there's a chance that if he gets a couple good rolls, he can kind of run to 9-10, maybe. They don't program that because they don't want people to feel bad that the bot plays better than they do. I think like there's some fundamental things that are just so, like, just do it. You know? Makes complete sense. All right, guys, this is not a good starting position, right? Like, we're on 4-3, 11, 12, and 6. But what I like about this setup is, A, I think it stays off the radar. It does progressively build, right? So we pick up the 9. All of a sudden, we have the best wood. And then, like, let's say we do end up getting over to the 9-10. All of a sudden, we have all 5 resources. We have space, which is what we need as the road player. And there's still a world where maybe we can even still get to the 8-3. I kind of like how this builds. The big thing we need here is we need black to be successful in devs, right? Because let's just say orange just beats us down on development cards. It becomes a really big issue here. Bro, this is so easy. This is so easy. It's so unbelievably easy. Well, at least the plus side here, if the bot plays again, it's 6-3-11. So, okay. Awesome. My competition, it might actually not be good because the bot is so good at dropping roads. Maybe we might we might lose our win con to a bot. Red takes 8-3, to be honest. 8-3. Nah, 8-3 is so bad. That was, watch this dumbass road, point left or down. Let's see it. Hey, all right. At least it got to the desert proper. I wonder if the bot is programmed to point towards the desert or something. Like, what's the logic in these roads? Is there a logic? Is it random? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think we go to 9-12 first, and then we try to get over to the 8-3. I mean, this is either a 6-2 to 5-2 or like an 8-10 angle. 6-2 is probably better for his development card game, but I feel like the way we've stacked this board up, we're actually in a decent spot here. If he really wants to screw me, he can go 9-12, but I feel like that's hurting him more, maybe. Like, imagine if we lose the 9-12, our position is really tough. Really tough. All right. Quiz chat. Will we see a 12 roll this game? Rysick, thank you so much for the prime. Really appreciate that. All the subs, by the way. It's super amazing. Really appreciate you guys showing up. I have so much fun doing this. Even if I'm getting my ass beat, I have so much fun. By the way, we have over 300 people here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. It's awesome, man. Every time I go live, you know, sometimes I don't want to do it. You know, some days I'm just like, bah. But I always enjoy it when I get started. Even if I'm losing. Yeah, but see, you know, I'd feel bad if I was a new content creator because, like, they got a lot more to prove. We've been around the block. I can have fun with you guys, and that's okay. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense. Now we need to avoid the 7 and the Rob. Oh God. Okay. Good. These are great rolls. Kind of unfortunate that we are going to have our 6 blocked here. So red. Bro, where have you been, orange? Let's go look at orange. Let's see, are they competent enough? Good player, man. Apparently from Canada. Hold the ore. We've got a hard game, guys. This is going to have to be a masterclass for us to win this one. That's true, yeah. I mean, if you enjoy this or you want to get better at Catan or you just want to support the channel, you can share this with your grandma, get your family around the couch and watch Catan with us. Whatever you got to do to support the stream. Bro. I do think it'd be interesting. I wonder if black rolls a 7, does he? Oh, that's great. We need to roll 11. I just realized we need an 11 for that wood. Also, we can potentially steal the wood. So there's a wood and yeah, bro, you're not kidding. You're not getting that. I'm always here. I know that, man. I appreciate you. All right, we need 11. Oh, shit. Okay. I think here we can try to snag a wheat. I feel like wheat's a pretty good deal, especially maybe... No, black's got the 9. Okay, maybe we might get a couple 6s and we can kind of angle it from there. Oh, what was that? What was that? Propose sheep for brick. Nah, I mean, maybe if I have to 4-for-1 sheep. Okay. All right, red has 2 roads in his hand right now. Think if you're red... I kind of like the idea of going 5-11 then 8-10. Okay. So he's got 1 brick. It's rolled twice 3 plus the 9. He's got 5 brick, 2 wood. Yeah, he didn't drop a road. That's weird. He's got at least 2 roads. So he should go somewhere. Okay, well, now the bot will do something. It should either go here or it should go here. But I think 5-11's good. I feel like the 8-10's probably always there because this guy's going to go wheat port. So if you can pick up this, you can even potentially get over to the 9-10 with a couple of big rolls. There is a case, too, if the 6 rolls, we can do brick for sheep and then 4-for-1 the sheep. But I really don't want to be the first person to get points. But it kind of looks like I have to be. Okay. There's also the case, too, if we roll... He's got 1 wood in his hand. So if we roll a 7, maybe we can extort orange. I need to get this settled down, though. I feel like if I lose 9-10... I don't think he goes 9-10, right? I feel like he's going ore port. Ore port, drop a road. This would only be to mess up my day. So he's got a road in hand. Wow. So I'm looking at the wood. Let's see here. Oh. He has 2 sheep. Okay. We need to get on this 9, man. We need to get on this 9. I'm not going to, once I start wheeling and dealing here, I feel like, he could certainly try to extort me, but he shouldn't. It's a bad play from him. Bro, this hand is crazy from red. There you go, red. Magi. Okay, wow. He's got a wood. He should... All right. We need this 11. This could be a painful, painful start. Yeah, I think blue was holding his hand because he had the road, but I can understand him wanting the 5-11. I think. Let me see here. Maybe something like this. Not a bad, honestly, not a bad deal for. Okay. I don't mind this. I feel like I need to start collecting on this 9. All right. Yeah, so he's got it there. Okay. I will give him the deal as respected. But I'm pretty happy about this. Now, the question is, where do I go from here? All right, this is perfect. I'm very happy about this because I feel like having competition between orange and black is really helpful for us. I'm thinking about going 9-10. I feel like getting the ore will be a nice touch. Dabbling the wood will give us a nice advantage. And this wood has a ton of value on this board. If the bot had an elo, what would it be? I mean, who knows, man? The bot's looking pretty hot. I don't think he should do this, but he should give me whatever he wants. All right, so I'm going to do this for an ore here. It seems like a super good deal for me. You know, any development card would be nice. I think he might do this if he gets the settle. I wonder if this is a road builder, though. Brick for ore is not bad. I think that's a fair trade, right? Like, you've got the ore, I've got the brick. Let's make a deal. Okay. Jesus. Oh, man. This is not going to turn out well. See, this is what I was talking about. Going for a road against the bot. It's like, I didn't anticipate this. I didn't anticipate this. Man, I'm just having a... I need to pull like a road builder or something here. I'm not doing a 3-for-1. Do we just hold here? Okay. I mean, the only way I'm going to work with him here is if he trades an ore. Booperinos. What is good? Good to see you. Bro, you're smoking. You're smoking it. This is the only trade that makes sense here. Oh, that's kind of good. Oh, he's got a road builder then. He wouldn't give up ore. I mean, he wouldn't give up wood. So I think this... Okay. Interesting. Bro, here we go again. Here we go again, bruh. Unbelievable. All right, I feel like this is a 5. Easy 5. Interesting. I think we go 9-10. This is the easiest 5 block of your life, dude. If you hit me... All right. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, the 12. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That's what we love to see. I think we're going to go 9-10 and then figure out what we're going to do from there. Bro, we're hitting 7s again. Here we go. Do we ever go Sheepport? No, I think we're going to keep part of our plan, right? Which is 9, 10. I just like what this is for us. I just feel like, isn't he hitting black here? Isn't black his biggest comp? Four, maybe? Now it's like 9 or 4 sheep. 4 sheep's honestly not that crazy, right? Like if he's going to be competing against black here, like taking... Bro, this sucks. All right, I think he's got sheep, but he's got the 3-1, huh? I got no wood, brother. We've had no 11s, by the way. I think this is actually a pretty good deal for us, right? That's a trade that I feel like Orange would probably take. Bro, what do we do? What do we do? Do we port here? Interesting. He doesn't want to give away sheep, huh? Does he have a road builder? I mean, I could port for an ore. I feel like porting for wood. I can also hold. What do you guys think? The bot doesn't trade in ranked, which it used to, but the problem is then it would become super scammy. I actually think we can port for an ore here. I think port 4 is fine. And then we can do something like this, but maybe I do that in his turn. Okay. That's not good. Bro, this is so bad. Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. I think... I don't know. Maybe I would have changed my tone a little bit differently if I knew that this was going to be the game we were going to play. Like, for instance, the 4 never gets hit there for the bot. It's just unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I don't know. I thought they were a pretty 1730. Something's going on there. We're in the spiral, guys. We're in the spiral. Stay with me. Stay with me. I mean, I have no problem soloing Orange here. I mean, he should be hitting black. Okay. I had to do that block because A, he's pacing, but then also he's got the 2 wheat. I don't know why he hits me there. That's weird. Okay, so we need 9s and 6s. Still, yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. We can still play this game. I mean, who knows? It might be the case that Orange might just end up getting a bunch of knights, but this is brutal. Oh. I gotta wait. All right, we need to find a deal here, like wheat for wood. You do wheat for wood or wheat for ore? Both are good. And then we need to essentially try to get that 9 or 11 down. We need him to pop. Please, Dev. I guess we can pop here and try to get some kind of utility. Perfect, yeah. Oh my goodness, let's go. Let's go. Maybe I can plow his port. Big block, really big block. Again, I think it's pretty silly for him not to hit black. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to get hit here, aren't I? Bro. Okay, it's either 5 or 8. 6 is also pretty reasonable too. I think he's already got. Yeah. Okay. I mean, look, if we plow the ore port, we're in a good spot, but we're going to need a lot to do that, unfortunately. Interesting. We can hold here. He might be also fishing for the brick. Problem is, if we buy dev, we have an ore in our hand and he takes the ore. I think I have to just... I think I have to hold. There's too many issues with... Should hit the 4. I think it's a reasonable block. The plow and orange would be very satisfying. It's not impossible, right? Like we do like double 9. Here we go. Up! All right, let's get some OPA. Bro, I'm going all in on the plow. I get 5 cards, right? Okay. I'm going all in, ladies and gents. I feel like the plow actually does hurt him a lot. Yeah, the 7 hurts. It actually gives us a lot more life, right? Because then we can pick up this spot. And then he needs actually a lot more. Like the road builder becomes less effective. It's brutal to throw away 2 ore in a wheat, but I feel like getting the plow here is worth it. And I wonder, does he actually hit blue? Okay, good. He doesn't have a road. Because he would need the wood. Bro, you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting shit. All right, we need 11. I don't think the 11's rolled. 11 or 9. If he's smart, 0 chance. If he's smart, he would yop. Or like, if he has a road builder, he should play it. And what's funny is we actually don't take road, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll tie the bot. Okay, good. Oh, let's go! All right. Perfect. We're just going to go. We're going. I don't give a shit. All right, so that puts us settle for 5. We'll take road for 7. Then we need a city. Plow time. You know, it's so funny to me that you guys are just crazy about this plow. Even though I had to throw away essentially 60% of a city. You guys just want to see the plow. It's funny though, because it's been such just a wacky, weird game that, you know what? This is a win. It's not that I'm choosing violence. I actually think the plow is good for me from a tactical and positional standpoint, but it just sucks that I had to forego a city to do it. We need him to go to 5, right? We need him to stay the threat. What I would like to say, if Orange is watching this, if you made more deals, if you were just a little bit kinder, I would not do this, right? But now I have to essentially do this to ensure my survival. Yes. Nice block. Let's go! All right, we need a 6 here. That's great. I mean, obviously it's stupid that I have to block the 8 because I'm going to settle on it. But it's just one of those things, man. Just one of those things. Really, the only person who can do this would be him. Wow, okay. We're going to pass. Wow, now the 9's going crazy. Oh my God. Look at this. This is crazy. The problem here is we're going to settle out. Man, this freaking bot. Oh, this freaking bot is killing me. The 9 tile is amazing. The 9's good. I actually think black can win this game. Will we 7 out? Will it happen? I don't know. Oh, thank God. Is there a wood port? Do we ever pop here and try to pull a monopoly? Otherwise, we just port foreigner and pass, right? We can drop a road. It's not bad. Feel like it cleans our hand up versus if we port. I think I'll take a road and then port for an ore. Okay. So now it's like 10-9. Bro, this red is killing us. I guess 6, we can just keep dropping roads, right? So we need a city for 6. It's tough, man. Bro. Should have plowed the bot. What do you want me to do, guys? I can't plow everybody. I actually think this was a blunder on orange. I think the fact that orange didn't hit black. Well, GG black. Bad play from you, Dandy. Bad play for what? I mean, to be fair, like orange is just on 8, right? So if he settles, he cities pretty much like he just wins. There's only so much I can do, right? There's only so much I can do. I mean, to be fair too, like red being part of the situation completely ruins the game, right? Like, but it is what it is. Bro, I mean, you can only lose this to orange, realistically. Bro, he's rolling like a god. No, you must win every game. Yeah, I mean, we clearly discussed the whole dynamic here, right? I mean, orange can still win. Guess I just gotta drop roads, man. Especially if that mono. That mono cleared me out so bad. You know, orange can still win. Yeah, I know orange can still win. But there's what can I do about that? I hope the bot wins. I mean, best case here. I mean, the problem here too is like, let's say every dev is bad here. If black has a knight, he goes for army. If he has a VP, he's on 9. Yop, he can go for. He's got too many ways to win this game. I can't trade orange here. There's no advantage of me trading orange. I think orange has to go down on the ship with this one. I really do. All right. I'll take a 3 for 1 then. I mean, if I put him on 9, I put him on 9, but I have to take a 3 for 1. I think this is my only hope. Dude, watch, he has another freaking mono. So 12, 9, 4, 3. 6 doesn't do it. I mean, bro, if he pulls another VP. Okay. Road builder. I have to take a city here, guys. The question is, where do I city? Is it the 6, 11, 12 and go crazy on roads? Is that ever the idea? It looks kind of dumb, doesn't it? 9, 10 looks pretty bad too, though. I feel like 6, 11, 12 might have to be the way. Like, I'm already going to get a bunch. Like, I feel like I have to just up my wood and brick. 6, 4, 3, but then I get a, like, 4 and 3 give me a single card. Versus, like, 6, 11, 12 might be the way here. Like, 9, 12, 9, 10. I don't think so. Because here's the reasoning, guys. If the 9's rolling, that's also good for black. That's the thing. We need him to flip a night. Perfect. Okay, here we go. And now, can I get some love here? And by the way, what's interesting, I can road settle on the 8-3. So what do I need for road here? I'm on 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the connect gets me what I need here. Bro, if this... At least he stopped dropping roads. Bro, give me a break. Give me a freaking break, man. I'm going to leave one sheep in my hand. Give me a break. I think he has a road builder. I actually think he has a road builder. Because he ported for a sheep, right? Oh, that felt like it was almost the win there. We need a knight. Yes, back on the 8. Okay. Bro, there's no way. I mean, the 9 puts us on 8. We settle for 9. Clinch. I don't know. Okay. We have rolls for road. I don't know if I take... Okay. Bro, there's no 7. No knight? What is it, a yop? Yes! All right. He 7s. It might just have to be the 4 here. Fuck. Road builder. Okay. I can live with that. I think I just have to go here, folks. And then what? We're like 9-6 from 9 points, and then we can roll like 3 and 8. Bro, if we win this, oh my god. No way. No freaking way. Imagine we win this game. He has a settle? Okay, he's on 9 for sure. Well, the bot's not extending. I don't know. Wow. Okay, I can live with that. That's not bad. We need like... Oh, shit. Take the weight. Take the weight! So what's his hand? Oh, shit. Bro, I think we just take road. Oh, my goodness. All right, we need to avoid an 8 here. At least this turn. We need to avoid 8s altogether. No freaking way. No way. If we win this game. Yeah. All right, he has like a dead hand. He's got like 3 sheep and 2 wheat. Yeah, he's got 3 sheep too. Wait. He just passes. Oh, no. No. And of course the 8's going to roll here. The 12. Oh, no. All right. GG. That's crazy. So what nothing wins, but a pop could win. But it's so unlikely, right? How does he not win here? I kind of wish I had the sheep port now. It was a nice try. The 12, we needed that 12. He's trying to figure this out. He might not have a VP though. No way. Oh no, we were going to pop next. No way. We had rolls for a pop. Jeez, man. What was that? We lost 12 cards to the 7. Should have said 9, 10. What are you talking about? The 6 rolled like crazy. The 6, 12 was 6, 11, 12 was perfect. Shame the bot. That was us. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let's go back to actually to Black's hand. GG. Bro, I think the person who should have won this game was Orange. I think if Orange actually just plays, like clearly his biggest comp here, I think, is Black. And it's like if he just makes some deals and he doesn't like kind of shake the social fabric of the game, he's probably perfectly fine. Not. Yeah, the 12. I know. I mean, in the very least, we would have had a pop, right, if we had the 12. Let's go back real quick. How did he not just have the win? What did he have? Yeah, I called Road Builder, which makes a lot of sense, but like, wow. He had Road Builder here. He's off. And he couldn't take Road. That's so dumb. 3 were in the bank. So if this dumbass bot, any other time, this would have been fine, but not in this situation. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Because he settled on the 12. Okay, I got you, brother. So he misses here, and then he's got, and he gets it there. And then it's our turn with pretty much like every roll. 6, 3, 8, 10, 11 doesn't give it to us. That's tough. Well, there you go. There you go. At least you have to admit that was at least an exciting game. But yeah, I think Orange, man, like just do the right thing. Like from a positional standpoint, I am definitely not in the lead. Plus, if you know what the bot's going to do, which is this is the worst. Like you literally have the breakport here. Just do what your position's built to do. He didn't even play after last 12, so tough against 2 bots. Whack game for sure. Still a good game, though. You have to admit, like, it's one of those cases for me where I feel like we made the most of that situation. There's also the case, too, like, should I have blocked the 8? I think so. So, like, when I hit the 8, it felt right, the right play. I mean, look at the momentum that, like, it's hard from this position, right? I blocked the 8 here, I think. Like, it's absolutely the 8 here. I mean, Black is at best 6 points. We have 8 points here. He's got no cards, but it's just the turns that he had were absolutely so immense. Like 8, 9, 3, 4. Literally, it was like what? Settle dev, like insane hand here. 9. Yeah. Settle dev. And then he just really skyrocketed here with some really timely rolls with the 8s and 4s. Yeah, I had 4 points at this point. So to come back there and potentially have rolls to pull is pretty solid, honestly. But that's just like, bruh. God damn. Well, yeah, I think Dave was right too. I mean, we made the most of it. I think if Orange is just playing a little bit more socially acute, like he doesn't get plowed. I don't know. Like there's deals there, right? Like feed me some more, and then all is good. All right. Another game. Another one. I think it's just 5, 9, 10, boys and girls. I don't know if I have any more beatings left in me, by the way. This is interesting. I mean, the 5, 9, 10 is definitely the go-to. The port play is not great. I was just watching you live on. Of course you were. Of course. Nice, man. It's very interesting. The brick port actually has a lot of interesting play. Like 9, 5, 10 is not bad for us here. I think it's just 9, 5, 10. We do get first this time, which is good. Promise I won't snake. I just think we got to keep it simple. I mean, I do like the wheat here. Like 8, 4, 10 is interesting. But like this is just simple. We have like a blocked off ore here on the 9. Kahulin. Look at that. We got the world champion. The world champion. Good to see you, man. So interesting little note here. Kahulin and I are going to Brazil at the beginning of March. So well, I'm leaving a little bit earlier, but I'll be in Brazil on March 9th. And then we're playing the Americas tournament. So he'll be there. Barack, who's the current USA champion, is going to be there. All the recent South American champions. I don't know who else. I guess the recent Canadian champion too. A few faces. Oh, wow, that's cool. Hopefully some beach time when you're in Brazil. Yeah, well, we're going to be going a little bit earlier to enjoy the sights. Manuel, good to see you. Hello, hello. Watch the 6-9 player. He might get road 8-3-4, 8-10. Bro, yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't mind the 9-5-10 here. I wish I had better wheat. Because one of the biggest challenges with this 10 is that it's quite blockable, right? So you would expect this 10 to get a lot of heat for sure. We'll see. We'll see what we can do here. My gut's telling me we're either going to get something like the 8-3, which I don't mind, where we get the 3-1 port, we get the best brick. Also, I don't mind the 5-10. I kind of feel like if we're going to invest in these numbers, it's pretty solid, right? The 5s can be a nice big roll for us with the brick port. Plus the brick mono here would be great. The lack of wood is interesting, which maybe 3rd or 4th can enjoy the wood brick combo for sure. I actually really like the 6-9-3. I feel like the 6-9-3 with the sheep ports kind of underrated. And there's a lot of cases too, like 6-9-3, you can road to 8-3 and kind of get a ton of production, 3 unique resources, a wheat that never gets blocked, as an example. All right, guys. I think I got one game in me. These have been brutal. Let me check one thing really quick. Where's my cellular device? Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Oh, this is great. I like the fact that we have been left alone. This is I always like to see this when people take like a neighboring spot but then they point away. So it's like I don't have to worry about any kind of racing dealing with this, and that's really nice from the standpoint where like if we get a road builder or we get a year of plenty, just having open spots, those options, really cool. What's best case for us? I really think this 9-4-11, but I kind of feel like either 5-4-11 or 9-4-11 could certainly go to, like, he's going to get the wheat or whatever wheat's left. So realistically, we got like 6-9-3 with the 8-6-4-3. This and this for sure. And then he's probably going to take maybe the 6-5-11, potentially right. Maybe try to get to the 9-12. That's an idea. Or left to try to build over to the wood. Then he gets the 9-4-11. Then I guess we take 5-10 and just pray the 10s go crazy. And we have the brick port. So brick mono is pretty nice. It's just not like, I'm not crazy about the production of the situation, right? Like so heavy onto 3 numbers. Debuting coming, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, not starting with, it looks like he's giving up the 6-4-3. It almost looks like he's, I don't know what he's doing. Like if you're doing like 6-9-3, 6-4-3, you always start with the 6-9-3 because the wheat's rare, right? The brick's better than having the wood. Just makes sense in terms of your ratios. I think that's a mistake from the start. Well, if he was going brickport, then he would start with 5-10. That's what my brain was thinking. I was like, well, why doesn't he just start 5-10? And then he goes 6-9-3 and he starts with, I think objectively a little better hand, right? It's like, do you want the sheep wheat or do you want the single ore? Sheep wheat's way better. There's also a situation here where maybe we could consider 6-11-12 left. And the idea is the wood port becomes like our flexible resource, right? Pick up the 4, pick up the 11. But then it's a lot of sheep that we can't process. Like all this sheep is, it's like 4-for-1 resources versus like 5-10's a little bit more. We manage 5-10, I think, just slightly better. He can go 6-5-11, but then I would still take the 6. Like, there's no variation here where I start 6-9-3 because the starting hand's too good. I personally think taking the wood's better for him, though. Like, I'd rather go. Okay, so this changes a lot. So now blue goes 6-3-4. Super logical. Everything but the ore, but he builds to it. Yeah, I think this is. It's okay. And then he gets 9-4-11. I guess we take 5-10 and pray 10s come in strong enough for us to keep busy. I think here, you can point left, you can point right. It's a pretty good call. I just think you're kind of giving a little bit too much to blue here. Like 6-3-4 is just a monster. Like it fundamentally, his game changes now, right? It's like he's going to play a sheep port game. But I kind of feel, what are you porting for? You're porting for ore and you're porting for wood. So why don't you just go pick it up? Right? Like one of the challenges too is like this 5 is going to become a blocking target. So that becomes less effective. And he goes 9-4-11. I don't see what he does. There's nothing else that makes sense here. I mean, it is smart from the standpoint if he's looking at 6-11-12. I mean, we could take that. We got to make a tough decision here for sure. Maybe it's 5-10. What do you guys think? So we're looking at 6-11-12 or 5-10. Blue too strong. Blue strong, but you know, people will block accordingly. I kind of like having the wood. Like the board's going to be flooded with with brick, you can make deals. I don't feel like one thing too you learn too is in ranked, people really are scared of 2-for-1 ports. So this could be one of those situations where like if red builds too quickly, it could actually go against his game, I think. Yeah. Bro. Do we ever take 8-4? Well, you know what's good about this? Our biggest competition, I think, is black. 5-10, guys. 8-4 to 4-11 is interesting. It is interesting. One thing that bothers me there is obviously pissing blue off immensely. I kind of like it though. In terms of just having the best ore. Like we'll have a ton of ore. We'll have an ore port. 4-11's pretty good from the standpoint we get some free cards. And I guess if we can make a couple trades, but everyone's starting with wood. Like the wood actually doesn't have that much value. So it's either 8-4, does weaken blue. I'm not that concerned about blue. Like I'd rather keep somebody in my back pocket. 6-9-3 is going to port. We have some big weaknesses here. Like 5-10 is we can go 8-4, I guess. The idea is 8-4. You just 5-9-10 city as quick as possible. And at least this pushes blue to 8-3. I personally don't think we move that much. We'll try it. The alternative is 5-10 is just like if the 5s and 9s and 10s roll, it's a better setup. But I feel like if we can get some early utility, we can make this work. The question is, do we want to go wood port or do we want to go 3-1? I think he's going to take a starting road to the 3-1, so we're better. Brick and B, brick and B, brick and B, boys and girls. Yeah, blue doesn't have one, but I know black does. I have to hit black here. This is so bad, but I just have to hit black. All right, wow. Where do you guys want to go first? Ore port, double the 10, or do we go to 4-11? I'll let you guys decide. This is a great steal, by the way. Do we like 4-11 or ore port? I kind of like the ore port, honestly. I feel like getting more wheat and the ore port is better. So we're going to do that. And then 4-11 is like a backup option. Oh, blue is totally hitting us here. For sure. He should. He should hit the 5 and hit us. Yeah. Goodbye, wheat. Goodbye! He's definitely hitting the 10 here. This is going to be tough, guys. Wow. That's a horrible block by red. It's like a really bad block by red. Well, first of all, I mean, black is kind of cooked, right? The 10 just is so much better. Like, I'm actually kind of okay with this situation. That's a great roll for him, rolling the 3. So he doesn't have the brick. We can also apply to the brick on the 9. Maybe that's what I should have done. Maybe I should have hit the 9 here. But the idea is I like breaking the ecosystem, so that's why I hit the 4, just to try to like give my wheat a little bit more life. It's bad from the standpoint that, well, first of all, black's not really a threat, right? Like he doesn't have the sheep. So we can't really be worried about this 8. I actually think the 10's better. The 10 kills all my wheat. It does hit blue, who's arguably stronger than black right now. So it's just like a functionally a better block. All right. We need a brick here, don't we? I think it goes on the 4. Or's not bad. I think, do we pop here? The pop's kind of nice. I feel like we are very susceptible to getting plucked. Early VP. Okay, we'll take it. Ah, we're going to lose Or again. I hope blue doesn't plow. He should plow to the Or port. He absolutely should. But he's also got other plays too. He can go to 4-11. He can go to 6-11-12. I feel like Or port would be purely against me. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Like, there's so much sheep in this ecosystem. The 5 is kind of a lame block. I also think maybe he wants to consider making some deals there. All right, so there's brick. Oh, we're going to get plucked left and right. Okay. This is so bad. He's rolling really well. I think he goes 4-11. This actually is pretty bad for us because I think he's going to plow. I think that's his goal. I'm not going to say anything. Interesting. Why not Woodport? Okay, so now 10 is a city roll. Also, 7's great. We can definitely snag. Good block. Bro, these rolls are killing us. Hey, you go 8-4-10, 6-4-3, and it rolls. It's weird, man. We've had somebody leave in every single game that we've played. Yeah, man. If it rolls, we have the 4. We need a brick, don't we? We really need this 5-9-10 up and running. Hey, let's go. Let's go. I mean, I gotta hope that the 8's gonna stop rolling. Okay, so now if we can get 4-5. It's actually it's not a bad day. Bro, he's getting the deals. All right, we got to pray. All right, drop a road. There we go. There we go. Bro, what are you doing? I am totally not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Unless he gives me 2 cards here. If he gives me wood sheep, I'll do it. But I'm not getting extorted. There we go. I think that makes it a little bit better for me, personally. See, this is the issue. Like, I'm sure Red's a good player, but this is like he should never be extorting here, right? It's just bad. It's bad vibes on the table, in my opinion. Bad vibes. I mean, he's not in a bad position. Like, obviously, he's got the sheep port. All right. Let's see what happens here. I mean, red can certainly go for devs. Also, he's got 3 down devs here. Yeah, that's poor play, I think. Blue will struggle to city, no? Probably not. I mean, at this point, given his overall production, he seems fine. We do, like, we are in a position here, like, hopefully red plays a knight. I can't stand when people do those kind of extortions in that state. That to me is wild. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is something. This is something else. Think we need a city here. I guess 9 or 8 we can build a city. And there is a trade here like sheep wood. I do it for a wheat here. Yeah, it's so late though. It's so late. I don't know how we stop blue. I need a city here. That works. Now, is there any way I can do ore for wheat here with blue? I'll do this. I feel like if I can save a card, I'll do it. Yeah, let's do it. All right, now we're rocking and rolling. Yeah, I know, guys. Stay with it. Stay with it. I think what we got to pray for here is that red loses, like, he might get army, but then, like, he struggles to build up from there. Like, he should have just blocked the 8, right? The 8 is, like, the death roll for us. I know giving ore, by the way, to blue is horrible, but I'm just in such a tough spot here. Now, I think if you're red, I actually think you need to consider, like, playing knights. Like, he needs to find a way to blitz this game. He needs essentially 1 VP, 2 knights. He needs to settle. So it's 4, 5. So I don't see how he beats blue here. I don't see how he does it. Red's not a cheater. I don't think he's a cheater. Like, he was watching stream. I think he's doing fine. He's on 3 down devs. He's doing fine. Okay. This is tough. Honestly, this is tough. I mean, we got to pray that we see something like a knight go onto the 6 here. 6 is obviously a monster roll. Maybe we go 4-11 next. The idea is we just get the Woodport live. 8-4 is also not a bad city, but I feel like 4-11, that puts us on 6. City for... It's so tough. And the problem is, blue's probably stealing from us, right? It would make a lot of sense. Because we have the ore, he needs the ore. So we're probably a clear target here. So if he has a knight, he's probably hitting me on the 5. 6 is also a good block too. But he should run me. That makes no sense. Machi takes the wood. Oh my god. That is insane. Red actually has to play a knight this turn because if blue pops here and he can pace his army, the game is absolutely over. I'm waiting for I'm not watching stream. I don't understand. He's an 1804 player. We've had a tough string of games here. He's got a knight. He should knight now. There you go. Put on the 8. It's a free card. There you go. Roll us a 10. Big block. He's so far behind. He's so far behind. Bro, I'll do it for this. I think this is fine. So we have road settle. It's probably 4-11. Also 10 would be amazing. Is 10? Holy shit. Is that road settle city? Holy shit. I'm not crazy, right? No, I mean I'm crazy. I mean, we got to just take the biggest play that we possibly can here. Imagine we drop another city and pull 2 VPs. We end this. That was the best play. I don't mind doing, maybe there's something like this here. I mean, any extra cards, I don't mind. He's kind of pushed against the wall, like, yeah, let's do that. That's fine. That way 9 or 8 gives us 8 points. That was a monster turn, by the way. Like, we shouldn't expect that too often. We essentially need a bunch of knights in play. Interesting. He's not even hitting him. That's wild to me. Oh. Four is pretty good. 9, I think we go 4-11. And then who knows? 4-11 gives us a little bit more life. He should hit the 8 here. You should knight. Wow, he doesn't play knight. Interesting. Why would he block the 4 over the 8? It's the 8. Dude. I mean, he could be on 9, that's for sure. I don't understand. Nah, this doesn't do it for me. Well, to be fair, if he's watching stream, he shouldn't be hitting me then, right? This is a good deal. I mean, it's a good deal for black too, but me breaking the 2 wheat in my hand is brutal. I can't do it unless I do something like this, but then mono becomes a problem. Can't do it. I don't understand. To us. Oh my God. I'm not trading him shit. I'm not trading him anything. No, I'm not trading you. Not trading you. I think he's lying. Come on, dude. Come on. Just do the right thing. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I got to be that guy there. I mean, if he's got a bunch of knights, he's got a bunch of knights. I don't believe him, though. I think he's being dishonest. There's no shot. I think he's got 3 knights. I mean, okay, it does happen. By the way, the 9 has just been so bad. Okay, interesting. So we have a wood. There's a wheat. The problem here is if he's got a bunch of VPs, there's no trades. There's no trades, buddy. I'm sorry. And if you are being honest, I wonder, can we do something like this? I'm looking specifically at black here, right? Because this would give us a pop. I don't know with what. Not sure with what. I don't know why he's... Do you see this guy? Danny goes to 9 with this trade. I'm on 7 at the most. At the most! You know, 10 would be pretty nice here, though. What? We get Dev and a city. This table talk is insane. All right. $10 here. Okay, nothing. $10 here would be amazing. Triple pop. City, triple pop. Well, let's have settled, don't we? I think... Nah, you can't trade. We can't trade. Cannot trade. Where's the 4, man? We haven't had a 4 in a minute. I think black's going to plow. Oh, I see what you're saying. I go to 9, assuming I have a VP. That's not true. I don't. $10 here is phenomenal. Okay, okay. Is there ever a world where we double pop here? No. Let me think here. Is it crazy to flip a knight here and leave the 8 open? Okay, let me think. We can double pop here, which is quite interesting. I mean, let's double pop. Road builder. That's pretty good. We don't have time for the shenanigans, but that's pretty good. Oh, shit. Now we feed. You got to trust, guys. You got to trust. I think he's missing wheat. Okay. Oh, I had to take the risk there, I think. GG. I needed one orbit where he misses on the 8. Let's see what red's at. So he has a VP. Maybe we should have done the full plow. Just pulled. My thought there of playing it, obviously the timing of that was really bad. My thought there was that maybe I'm also testing red because I didn't believe him. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything. Red can obviously watch the video. I think the way, like, he could have been a little bit, had a table talk. I think honestly there was a lot of times when he could have hit the 8. Like the extortion when I'm at 2 points is wild. Is wild, you know? And like those are those social moments that you've just got to like clue on and be like, it's not the right time. And I feel like a lot of people just miss that because they get into like the grind of playing ranked. Was dark blue. Yeah, you played good, man. Charging the guy. Well, yeah, I feel like there's something there where both Black and I could work together, right? Because I have the ore port. So maybe there's some kind of deal where I port his ore, I give him something. Like it's also incumbent on him to make deals too, you know? I kind of like just knowing what was in his hand. I was thinking about potentially if I steal a wood or brick, I think I had subtle pop, right? So in the event that, like, let's say, let me go back to the hand here. So I'll show you what I was thinking as well. Because I think I had subtle pop, which I think puts me on 9 points, assuming I steal wood or brick. But I also assumed that we would get the plow. So it's just like, as long as we avoid the 8, which of course it freaking rolls right after I move it, which is like, it's super risky on my part. I understand. Do I have settle for... Let me think here. I'm off by a card. The wood's not horrible, though. So what was his hand? Because I stole a wood. Oh, it was perfect. So we needed a full plow. Maybe in hindsight, we should have tried to manufacture that. Because he had the wood and brick. That's from Red's perspective. That's what he should have done. That's what we should have done, right? We should have manufactured a full plow to 5-2. And my thought too was like, if Red's lying, which I didn't believe him, like I figured he at least had one, maybe two, then he ideally blocking the 6 would force the situation. And also, I was expecting Red to pay up. So I think from Red's perspective, he probably should have been trying to give more of this wooden brick because we had the full plow. Yeah, that's a situation we would absolutely get in like a high level game. Because then the play's not as bad. Because like then like let's say we get the full plow, I'm settling with a mono on 8 points. I should be able to clean that up. Yuki, what is good, man? Yeah, some people do talk a lot, but he was a bit over top. Well, I just think it's like keeping relations is important. I think there was a lot of times like, especially when we see a runaway player like Blue, like the 10 only hurts me, right? Like I totally get he's going after Army, so like I can't get upset about that. But really, it's about stopping the guy that potentially can really set off. But the 8 was good. Like we can't argue about the 8. Like look at this. It's fine. Look at it. Look, Red's obviously a good player. I'm super happy that he watches the channel. That was brutal, though. I'm telling you guys, it's not fun. It's not fun playing on my main. It's not fun at all. Maybe you can see. And the thing is, I really do. I appreciate all the support. Like I'm not ungrateful. Obviously, I'm in a very privileged situation. But it's just a different game. It's just a different game. I can relax in a different way. I don't have to worry about any kind of weirdness. And it's funny because, you know, I've played over the board, and there's just a different energy. Like, you know, for instance, at USA Nationals this year, on the prelim day, I went 4-0. And, you know, like everyone knew me there. Everyone knew I was the previous champion from the last year. But there's just a different energy versus like when you're playing online, people don't mind really grilling into sometimes a rep. Now, that's not always the case. There are players that do very well with being relatively known, but it's tough sometimes. Play on a different account. We probably will. That being said, this rating, like that 17 to 1800 run, I feel like that's where things start to transition, where you start to get a lot more reliable players, in my opinion. But we're not making excuses. You know, when we lose, like we've got to think about things that we've done. Like I probably didn't have to play the night. I kind of wanted to force Red's situation, like in the event that he had like 2 VPs into something. I don't want to put him on potentially the win as well. But the hindsight of that is if I knew the 8 was winning, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I can take that one on the chin for sure. Hey, what are you doing? My cat's eating her plants. Your games feel like my games. Rough days, man. It's rough days. By the way, I want to say thank you so much, guys, for being here. One thing I noticed last time we streamed, we had a ton of people that subscribed, which was super cool. So, like, if you're new and you want to learn Catan, I promise you, we do win games here. Maybe not today, but yeah, we do have an account we're pushing to number 1. That's our secondary account, or technically our primary account. But yeah, I definitely encourage you to subscribe. And there's also just a plethora of videos, everything from lessons, game breakdowns, tons of ranked games, tons of league games, over the board analysis. So really encourage you to definitely consider such things. I have a question about colonists. I have 0-1 karma. Geez, 0-1. I accidentally backed up a casual game not knowing, does karma go away? So karma resets after you play your 20, like after 20 games, there's like a rolling reset, right? So for your first 20 games, you'll always have that one missing, but then once you play game 21, it will go into game 2, if that makes sense. So just keep playing games. Don't be leaving. That's ideal. Do you see Treeks posting a new advanced strat video coming? Thoughts? Yeah, so very interesting. Treekosaurus did post. Let me see if I can find it here. We can take a look at it. Treek. We can take a looky. By the way, we got, I think, 280 people. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you being here. And we've also got all the Twitch world as well. So let me see if I can find it really quick, and then I'm probably going to be logging off. So Treek's a very interesting creator. He's been around, actually doing content longer than I have. Let me see here. You guys, maybe when we can watch it together. All right, so
this video.
All right, let me see if you guys can hear that. You guys should be able to hear that. So Treek, he's one of the OG creators. He doesn't do any gameplays, which I've told him before, like he totally should. But he does like pretty much all Catan strategy stuff. So they're usually anywhere from 8 to 15 minutes, which is kind of like a nice digestible video. And they're generally pretty high level, right? Like if I had to take a brand new player, there's definitely videos and concepts that he has that are good for newer players. But a lot of these things are somebody that's relatively established. Maybe you've been watching Catan YouTube for a couple weeks or a couple months, and all of a sudden these concepts make a lot more sense. We can hear. Perfect. Okay. All right. So we'll watch this. We'll give some commentary, and then I'm probably going to give it a call. But okay, let's see what we got cooking here. So I totally recommend Treek. Here's his channel here. Treek, that's how you spell it. All right, let's take a listen.
You learn 6 pro strategies for the board game Catan. And not things you've heard before like 4v cheap or longest road setups, but advanced knowledge that helped me reach world #1 on Catan's largest online platform. This will allow you to compete on a level playing field with pros in tournaments. So let's get started. First strategy is called Space.
All right. So, very interesting. All right, we gotta love using the Catan Pro. You know, me winning USA Nationals. All right. You know, my ego has been stroked. What was interesting is you mentioned
world #1.
I have to say this is quite an old, looks like an old colonist UI, but he's a very good player. There's no doubt about it. So he's been in the game. I wouldn't say his rank knowledge is as strong. He's something he's continually improving, but he's like a very good Discord player, right? So like he's legit. He's legit for sure.
On Catan's largest online
like 56% win rate is pretty solid
platform. This will allow you to compete on a level playing field with pros in tournaments. So let's get started. First strategy is called Space and Pace. This is one of the most creative starting strategies. The idea is to predict where everyone will place, locate the open space, and aggressively point a road towards it. Predicting this is pretty tough, and you are breaking the rule intermediate players are advised to follow, which is don't point your road towards the middle. But if you execute it correctly, it will give you a free hex expansion, boosting your early game production and allow you to pace ahead. But if your calculations are wrong, then you will have wasted the road, which could have been used to fight for another open settlement spot. This strategy works best as 3rd or 4th pick.
Alright, so you know it's funny, right? Because we ran into I think one of the games where somebody pointed the road inwards. Well, it was a bot. It was a bot, which, you know, that's what bots do, right? I really don't advise this. Like, it certainly can work. I usually find, like, if you're maybe 3rd or 4th, like you're saying here, and you can calculate a situation where you know with extreme confidence that, okay, there's no reason someone would take this spot because they have spot A, B, and C, fine. But I just find more often than not, you'll be surprised, especially when you're playing ranked. Ranked is so so unpredictable. And sometimes people will take a spot simply to spite you, right? Like they say, oh, we don't want to give him that 9-4-11 here, so we must take it. And, you know, they play some suboptimal game just to make sure you're playing suboptimally, but then, of course, somebody else wins. So I'm just not a fan of this. I think almost at every level, it's like, very rarely does it work. But of course, there are situations like you just need to be aware of when does it make complete sense.
You have more information to figure out where the rest of the placements will be. This diagram helps to show how each of these strategies fit into different win paths. The closer it's placed towards that path's corner, the better it is at winning that way. Therefore, the pace and pace strategy is found in the longest road corner, because it's highly effective at winning with the longest road. But this doesn't even compare with the next strategy, side-by-side setup, which is a very clever positional strategy. All
right, I gotta say something about this. I think the OG or older players know about side-by-side. I created this. This is my baby. This is something in the Discord scene when I was playing in the leagues. I coined it. I wrote a strategy guide on it. I was the one that was doing content, talking about side by side. And it's funny because I did see a little bit of this video. I saw about like up to here, but there's 3 formations, and he also includes those as well. So it's interesting that now that's actually become part of, just the way people look at Catan strategy. Right? I hear about side by side a lot within other people's videos and the Discord. So it's cool. It's cool.
The idea is that you place your 2 starting settlements close to each other in one of these 3 variations. These formations all allow you to connect your roads, but each one has slightly different strengths and weaknesses, so let's break them down. First we have the most common, which is called the open-close variation. This is where your settlements are 2 roads away from being connected. This formation will give you a lot of space for...
In our first game we did variation 2. So we did play side by side tonight. There you go.
Expansion, and it's hard to block, as you will only have a few shared hexes, and people tend to block shared spots early on. Next is the open far variation. This is very similar. However, your settlements are 3 roads away from being connected. This formation also controls a lot of space and is hard to block. However, you need to be aware that someone could place a settlement on the coast, which would hurt your setup significantly. Last but certainly not least is the closed variation. This is quite unique, as you have 2 ways to connect your roads. The main strength of this position is that you can lock up a certain resource hex, in this case the 5 ore. This can provide a ton of trade value, because you prevent other players from building on a strong resource hex. Also, this formation is more sneaky, as it isn't as obvious to your opponents that you are angling the longest road. However, it can be more awkward to connect your roads in a way that doesn't break your longest road path.
So, something I've learned, because I think I've played this setup intentionally more than probably anybody in the world. The bigger weakness is that this spot, like the spot that you're sitting on, right? Whether it's the 5 or let's say you go 6-4-3 and you're doubling the 3, those spots tend to get prone to solo blocks. If you're doing extremely well, they'll try to hit the big spots most of the time. Right, so the 5 solo here would be a huge block on this position, and it would actually make sense if this was the setup you were playing, right? Because killing the ore is generally a good thing to do. So be aware of that. Like, if you have that shared hex that if it gets blocked, it really kills your game, like the 5 here. You've got to take that into account and say, like, is that a risk that you want to take on that board? Especially if like you're the only road player and you know that the board's going to see that and understand that, and they're going to block you early. Sometimes I won't take it just because I think that solo block is just too impactful. Something to consider there.
These variations are all great for getting the longest road efficiently. And the side-by-side setup even works with all the most popular strategies that we went over in this video. Let us quickly go over these popular setups. The first is the full Ori cheap setup, which places on only these 3 resources and buys a lot of development cards to secure the largest army. But if you want a similar development card setup which can also build settlements a little easier, then the hybrid Ori cheap setup is the perfect option, because this includes also 1 hex of wood or brick. But there's also the road builder strategy, which places on a lot of wood and brick to focus on building roads, settlements and getting the longest road. Just like the city plus road strategy, places on a good amount of everything except for sheep. The game plan is simple: build cities and place roads to secure the longest road. The 5th is the 5 resource setup, which places on a mix of all 5 resources. This allows for a flexible and balanced game, in which you can consistently build up points. The last one is the board strategy, which places on a ton of a certain resource and it pairs with the matching 2-for-1 board to create a very self-sufficient and flexible position. Using one of these with the side-by-side position allows you to always have the potential to threaten the longest road. But it can also have serious drawbacks, because towards the end of the game, your opponents may see this potential threat and they may build some roads to block your connection. Power-wise, the side-by-side
Yeah, well, I'll let him finish his thought here and I'll tell you my thought.
strategy is quite underrated and easy to execute. It's also extremely powerful, especially when playing towards the longest road win condition or the double blade, where you get both the largest army and the longest road. This is because
I will say, generally speaking, most people aren't going to cut your roads when you have a side-by-side, because the investment it takes to do that, especially, they can't really do it if you have them in formation 1. But that's kind of the beauty of it. It's like you're controlling so much space on a certain corner or side of the board that it's very difficult for them to stop that space. Now they can fight road, but for a lot of people, that's a really tough ask when you got somebody that has like a ton of winter brick and a side by side. So yeah, I think it's part of like the road strategy mostly, but it's not exclusively. By the way, Shock, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. I will answer your question about delighted, by the way, Adam. So give me 1 second.
Plus it can work with both a wood brick setup to play the longest road game and a hybrid or cheap setup, which has great potential for the double play. Therefore it is located between these two corners on the diagram. But now let's look at the core concept, which will massively increase your trade value. It's called resource dominance. This is an easy to understand economics based concept which is fundamental to Catan. The basis is that you control a lot of one resource, let's say brick, that your opponents lack. Then they will need to trade with you in order to get access to the brick. The key is that they need your resource more than you need theirs. Therefore, you are in a position of power, and you can charge more resources in return for one of your bricks. This means that you can extract a lot of value by dominating a certain resource. But be aware that some players may dislike you hoarding all of that resource and not trading it cheaply.
Yeah, this is interesting. I generally agree, like having control of a rare resource is super useful, especially if it's like ore brick in the early game. Those are, people need brick to get around, people need ore to do, cities and development cards. So yeah, I think you should include this in your placement strategy of controlling at least something valuable so that you can work the table. And something too, I find like when people have rare resources, they're so eager to trade, like work the trades on other people's turns, right? So instead of like always trying to be desperate on your turn to do something, you should be selling that brick or that ore or whatever that rare resource is on other players' turns, and then you have the leverage. That's where you're going to get, 2 cards or 3 cards or a card and a non-block or a non-steal. I feel like players don't leverage the value that their position generally has, and they fall behind, and they wonder why the top players are always winning against them.
Which could result in players trying to steal it from you. Make sure to strike a balance between charging a high price and keeping your opponents happy, to get the most out of the trades. This strategy is extremely strong if you are comfortable negotiating with other players and getting amazing value from your trades. Because it's a very flexible strategy and it can work in combination with many different setups, it is located centrally in the diagram, meaning it works with all 4 wind paths. But what if we take this to the next level? Well, then we get to number short. It's an advanced strategy, which adds on top of resource dominance, but it has a much higher risk-reward potential. It's called shorting, which is a term for betting against something from happening. On this board, there's 2 ore hexes with a 10, and there's also an ore spot with a 6. If you take the 6 spot and the 10 underperforms, you're in a perfect situation, because you'd be the only player generating ore. This has some additional benefits, and a perfect...
So he's saying that this is a situation where everyone's on the 10, you're on the 6, and the idea is to kind of like pray the 10 doesn't roll. So you're shorting that, or you're expecting it to underperform so that your 6 has a lot more value. I think that makes sense. There's a lot of situations I find where I take a setup and I kind of think in the back of my mind, like the best case here is that, like, you got to think about your best cases, right? Like the best case is that this number underperforms. But that's also just Catan, right? Like sometimes you just have to like keep in mind what you need for your position. But yeah, this makes sense. Yeah.
Situation, because you'd be the only player generating ore. This has some additional benefits, as not only does this slow down their progression, but you will also be able to extract a lot of trade value for this resource, as the other players won't be producing as much as they need. However, this strategy can massively backfire. If their numbers roll more than expected, they will benefit and advance their games at a faster rate than you. This strategy is very underrated, as not many players recognize the potential of number shorting. Shorting is a unique case when it comes to this diagram. This is because its strength towards a win condition depends on which resource is involved. Whereas if you are shorting ore, it will give you more of an advantage towards the largest army. So number shorting will give you a ton of trades, but mastering the following skill will give...
Ultimately, I wouldn't worry about shorting or anything like that. It's like, pick good numbers, good probabilities, good ratios. Again, like somebody's asking, like, how do top players win? They play fundamentally good Catan. And you still might lose, like you saw tonight, still might lose. But it doesn't matter, right? It's like as long as we're making fundamentally good decisions consistently, we will progress. And that's what the game's all about.
You even more strategic opportunity. Talking about trade predicting.
Alright, hold on, squad.
This is pro strategy which increases the number of trade opportunities you get every game. The idea is that you place on spots which allow you to trade heavily with another player. In this case we have a ton of wood and ore, but no wheat, and our opponent has access to wheat but no ore. This means we will be able to make a lot of ore for wheat 1-for-1 trades with them, to advance both of our games. Additionally, on some boards you can place in a way where you receive complementary cards to one of your opponents on a specific roll. So when this number rolls on this board, orange produces wood, you produce brick, and so at some point you can trade each other to both be able to build roads. This strategy also has the benefit of helping you to form an alliance, because they're less likely to steal from you when you are helping them out. However, you need to be aware that not every player likes to trade a lot. You can try to get them to work with you, but don't force it.
Is the idea of shorting just RNG? I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept, right? Like kind of leaning into your numbers or your setup. And that makes sense. Like sometimes it's very interesting. Like some people say, you know, like if you take double 8-4-3, 8-4-3, 8-4-3, some people don't like that. But sometimes the best situation is to lean into a setup where you need just a little bit more variance than what you normally have. So sometimes those coordinated setups can be the best option for you, especially if it rolls your way, because then all of a sudden you're just steaming ahead. So yeah, I mean, that's one aspect that people don't think about as much as the variance aspect and like how do you play into variance. But in the long run, it doesn't matter, right? Like fundamentally, you still have to make good decisions and good moves.
This strategy is very underrated, as not many players try to get them to work with you,
let me go back.
Don't force it. This strategy is very underrated, as not many players understand the strength of being able to work with another player on the table. You can receive a ton of value from trading, but if your opponents are reluctant traders, this can leave you inflexible. Because trade predicting can work with any of the 4 wind paths, it is found centrally in the diagram.
All right, so I'll tell you this from experience, and we even saw this tonight, right? There was the first game with Black. Some players just don't trade. You could give them a great deal, multiple cards, rare cards, and they just don't trade because that is just their ethos of how they play the game. So yes, you can take that style of setup, and that's it's a really good way to learn the game. Like you take a trade heavy setup and you trade your way to success. But I think having a setup that gives you some sort of independence and flexibility is very, very helpful in a lot of cases, especially in ranked. I rarely like to rely on other people to be successful because then like I'm at the fate of their decisions, and a lot of times they don't make good decisions. So I can't really rely on that. I really don't like having double 8-4-3 because if one of the 8s is blocked, it will really hurt. Sure. There are drawbacks to that setup, but sometimes that might be the best setup for you to lean into if you need like a must-win situation. Because there's a lot of times like 3rd or 4th are just in such an imbalanced board where if it was a perfect, dice distribution, they're probably going to lose. So sometimes you have to play the variance, but more often than not, just make good decisions.
But what if you want to create the strongest self-sufficient setup possible? Well, then you need to utilize combination strategy. The idea is to combine a strong setup with a strong board or positional play. For example, you can pair the road builder setup, which is high wood and brick, with either the wood or the brick board. This gives you a strong play for the longest road, with added flexibility from the board, which will help you build a much needed city. Another option is using a side-by-side variation with a hybrid or cheap setup. This pairs the resources for a very strong development card setup with the side-by-side positioning to make a move for the longest road. If you pull a road building, a Year of Plenty or a Monopoly card, you can connect your roads to help you pull off the double play, where you take both the road and army. You could also take a full or cheap setup with dominance on ore, and combine it with a matching 2-for-1 port being ore, wheat or sheep. Or even transform a not so powerful looking wood, wheat, sheep setup into a strong development card game by pairing it with the wood port. These combination strategies can transform good setups into great ones, as well as shift our main win paths. Take Orby Cheap. This is inherently one of the best setups for winning the largest army. However, if you add the side-by-side positioning, now you have a great setup to win with just the largest army or the double play. But if you add an ore port instead, you now have a more flexible development card machine, which could turn into a build to 10 setup.
Hey, we almost built the 10 last game. Except the 8 didn't allow us to do that.
And according to research, one of the combination setups is the strategy with the highest win rate in Pro Catan. So if you...
All right. Oh, cool. I know some names here. Also, this is one of my plays, by the way. He did a breakdown of one of my my greatest plays of all time. I used to think not trading was what pro players did for a while, so I stopped. No, man, trading is like the end. It's like that's what's at. That's where it's at. But also, like it's anything else, it's all tools, right? So he kind of mentioned going back here. You know, it's interesting. He's making these distinctions, like setups on one side, dynamics on the other. I think that's interesting. I think that's good to be aware of these things. I guess in my mind, I don't think I'm playing OWS by dominating. You know, like I don't make these connections specifically. Like there are situations like you might be playing side by side, full OWS dominating the ore, you know, looking for a specific trade. You know, like you could have literally all these things. I mean, there are setups where you have everything here. You can be side by side with the port, shorting a certain resource, dominating something, doing some trades and having space, you know? So I think what's more important to me is being aware of these dynamics, knowing kind of what you have in your position, what your opponents have, and then working that strategy or those aspects of strategy into your game. But yeah, these are all super helpful. And I really like that he added side by side. That's just a little nod there. I'll take it. How do you know when you proposing too many trades? I always have the most. Well, there's like a sweet spot. Like for instance, you should always be trading with intention, right? So you guys will see when I make a trade, I am generally pointing at somebody. I'm saying like, oh, I think this is for blue. I think black should take this. This makes a lot of sense for them. So there's always some intention to where it should make sense. And if you can get into that mindset, then you're going to just have better targeted trades that will land more often. You know, versus what a lot of people do is like, I don't have wheat. I need wheat. And they'll spam a bunch of trades for wheat. And I just don't like that approach generally. Like, yeah, sometimes I will do a couple different variations of a trade if I'm really in a spot, but I try not to. I feel like others would try to rob him to get the rivers. And that's true as well. Some people will just rob, say like, well, instead of trading, I'm just going to steal the brick in your hand. But as you can tell, like the really good players are always making deals and trying to work out non-blocks and non-steals and hey, put it on the 6, I'll give you the brick. So there's always a deal. Shout out to Julio. For sure. When you say you don't like that strategy, do you mean it's not your style or it's like a low win rate strat? When you say you don't like this, sorry, which strategy are you referring to? Nitrous oxide? I said a lot, so you're going to have to just jump my brain a bit. Let's see here. Overall, it's a good video. We're gonna give a like. Oh, this is not my main. This is my personal. I like it. Like I said, I think these are all helpful dynamics. I think the only thing I would like from Treek more is I'd like more gameplays from him. Because, and I know that's not what he is. That's not what he does. But he obviously has a lot of knowledge about strategy, which is great. And I think these videos are really well thought out, right? He's very methodical about how he teaches the game. But my experience is it's like where the rubber meets the road is playing games and actually saying like, showing the strategies, right? It's more tangible. Which is, you guys like that, I'm sure. But there is a place for strategy videos, and I think he does a wonderful job. So, yeah, I'd highly recommend. Check out his channel. You can go down here, Treekosaurus. Definitely give him a subscribe. I'm subbed on my main account, but I'll give him one here as well. Show him some love. Cool. 1 second. What is the rule in tournaments for non-block stun seals? Are they allowed? So non-blocks and non-seals are allowed, but not for resources. right? So you can do like, I'll do a non-block. You can do non-blocks for non-blocks, non-steals for non-steals, but if you are discussing a trade of a resource while holding the robber, that's a no-no. So like wheat for non-block or for non-block, those kind of things are not part of the tournament. I remember the Discord was popping off about a year ago. Did it fall off? I just got back into Catan. I don't know what you're referring to. Are you referring to my Discord or Discord in general? I mean, Discord is always there, man. We've been rocking and rolling. In fact, I've said this to you guys before. We had the best month of the channel's history in December. This one's been a great one too, so it's been really cool to see. Yeah, I think he's more analytical and you are more intuitive. Well, I think the reality is when I think you're playing, you have to be more intuitive, right? Like, it's not like I have 10 minutes to break down every hand. But the reality is, like, anyone that has seen, like, anyone that's coached with me, anyone that's seen me break down boards, like, I can be as analytical as you want, right? Like, I think that is an inherent part of being a good player is you have to be correct about your analytics, right? Like, you can't just black out, play a game, and then, like, now I think how people articulate their analysis, that's a whole different thing. There are some players that I think are really good, but not many players can articulate the nuances, the dynamics. But I generally do think when I'm playing, it's a lot more of a feel thing than anything else. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. The community, it's Catan community is dead. to be fair, when I say like Catan community, there's a Discord called Catan community. That died a long time ago. When they started shitting on their own players, that's when they died. So how do you table talk less and not annoy people on the table? I realize that's a very important aspect, though underrated. I was read in a previous game. Thing with the table that didn't go well with you. Yeah, no worries, Red. No worries. If I was being a meanie butt, that's also sorry. I think there's always deals. I think there's opportunities when clearly somebody's in the lead. Like in that game with Blue, there's no doubt Blue was in the lead, right? I think you've got to acknowledge that and try to find some ways, like maybe there's a future ore deal. Like in my position, I had a ton of ore, right? You said, hey, I think if you didn't extort me on that one play and just block the 8, said, hey, maybe we can make some future deals, but I'm going to hit the 8 for now. I'm not going to block the 10. If you showed me one little sign of good faith there and said, I'm willing to work with you, I would work with you, right? Because that's a smart play. But when you roll and you immediately go to extortion and you go to the person that's showing 2 points and you hit the 10 when the 8's the right roll and you still extort, then you've lost from that point. You've lost like the goodwill of the table. So it's sometimes like a little bit of goodness will go a long way. But that being said, like I know you're a good player, by the way. So don't think if I'm coming off harsh or sharp, it's sometimes just the way I talk. It's not it's not anything against you. Don't worry. How detailed is high level card tracking? A lot of people don't. So I'm going to answer questions for like another 5-10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to get off. A lot of people don't track as heavily as you think. Hold on. All right, you got me for like 2 more minutes. I'm going to head to bed in a minute. Card tracking's good. I think it's good to have a sense of what's going on. But that being said, I think it's not even on the top 10 things for you guys to worry about. You were my army comp and I needed ore badly, but could have made some good deals. I never knew block. I thought I was usually. Non-blocks and non-seals are extortions, yeah. When you use the robber. it's all in framing, I think, I mean, I've said what I said. Like, I think if you just shown a little bit of ability to kind of hit blue a little bit harder and work some angles, like, I don't mind building to 10 in that game, in the last game. But once you rob me in that position and clearly make it like, I get it, you're going for army, my willingness to work with you goes down immensely. And I'm sure you guys have seen that too. Thanks, Drew. Good job and making Catan fun to watch. Thank you so much. I try, guys. I know sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I do bring that, and I try not to. But even like the bad days, I still walk away and I'm like, that was fun. But it's funny. Anyone that's new is probably like, this guy's a scrub. It's like, well, you can think that, but no, like, this just shows you it's like everyone goes through bad streaks or has a bad set of games. I don't know if I want to do my main on the channel anymore, though. Like, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. I know a lot of you have messaged me about that. It's like, I don't. We don't want to see you getting beat up, which I understand. I think Red is here. Yeah. Yeah, they brought some great questions, which was cool. Let me look at one more thing. Someone was asking about Dylan, by the way. Dylan's still fine. Dylan's still alive. He's living his life, guys. He's a young professional. He'll come back when it makes sense to him, but I'm sure he'll come back. I did speak to him recently. I speak to him quite often. Maybe like little brother vibes, but he's crushing it. He's doing good, and I'm happy for him. Do you know any tools where I can just practice placements? Honestly, the best thing for you guys on placements is to play games. Like, yeah, you can do a placement tool and you can place something 10,000 different boards. The best thing to do, like if I had to tell you play 10 games today or play one quality game, you play one quality game. You know what I mean? Play the game, go at the end, break it down, look at your placements, look at your trades. You will learn way more from taking one game and fully breaking it down than playing 10 games. I promise you. If you saw that #1 video that I did, like, even for me getting #1 and knowing when I did that video, just even me breaking it down gives me even my, I learned certain things from that video, or just little insights or little moments that I missed, and that's kind of the beautiful thing with the replay is you can go back and find those moments. You can find hands that were challenging or there was a little bit of ambiguity to it. So something to worth considering there. Got it. Nice to see you. We were in a bit negative towards you during the game, but you are learning. No worries. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. All right, guys. Yeah, no worries, man. It's no worries at all. I know there's no negative intentions, and in the moment, it's frustration that I have to go deal with that. But when the game's over, right? And it's all good. We're wrapping up, Uri. We're literally just wrapping up right now. Shout out to Uri, good man. One of my best friends, actually. So I'm glad that he's here. Getting good at the game for sure. All right, guys, I'm heading to bed. Again, thank you so much. If you are new, please do not hesitate to subscribe. I'm going to be I'm trying to get a video out maybe tomorrow. We'll see, regarding the plans for the channel. I wanted to kind of talk about what's good, what's bad, what we're going to work on this year in the content. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. Like, I really want to take this seriously and grow the channel in like a cool, fun way for everybody. So, all right, you'll start from the beginning. It's going to be a fun one, man. You'll enjoy it. All right, homies. I have extreme ranked anxiety, man. Whenever I queue up, my throat just contracts and I press. I hear you, man. Look, then play some casual games, Don't put so much stress on yourself. You guys, it should be fun. It should be fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Again, really appreciate the support. I'm heading off. I will stream again this week. You have my promise. Promise. I'll catch you soon. All right. Peace, guys. Good night. All right. There's Twitch. Twitch is gone. YouTube, you always give me for like an extra minute. Hold on. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you. Oh, I'll catch you. See ya.